salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another installment of Bullsitting on TSWS Gaming. I'm your host, Loke7. This week we have showcases galore, all the highs, all the lows, the extensive mids, and of course, the reruns. Joining me today is Mr. Behind Them Sticks, Ham Solo, our local Nintendo queen, Cozy Beluga, the man that likes games more than anyone alive, Mr. Matt Likes Games, and our special guest coming all the way from the illustrious GRG podcast, Dark Optimus. Welcome in, everyone. Dark,
Yeah,
how are you doing? How are you feeling?
good. I'm feeling great, man. I'm ecstatic because we have two of probably the best games right now out, which is Starfield and Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm having a blast. So I'm definitely loving gaming right now.
So dear.
All right, all right. Matt, how you doing? You good?
Fantastic. I'm playing Starfield, but
Okay.
I'm doing great.
Okay.
And
Oh,
you
what?
weren't going to be able to make me not be doing great, Luke, no matter how hard you try.
I mean, that is his
Right.
second job.
He's gonna try.
I feel like that's his favorite pastime is being such a hater.
Yep.
Everyone
puts
needs a
it-
hobby, Cozy. Ham Solo, how you doing today?
You're a mute, bud.
Ham?
I'm taking giant leaps in Starfield while them PlayStation guys are taking baby steps.
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
That's good.
Seriously.
That's good. That's
it's
good.
midfield anyway, so it
Literal.
doesn't matter. It's midfield anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh man, no. But for real, I'm good.
'Cause there's a
and
game called Baby
and
Steps.
and
That's
to be
what I-
honest, that baby steps game looks pretty funny. It looks funny.
yeah,
It does.
I'd
It's
actually be
coming to
willing to
Xbox,
play it.
too.
I'd be willing to play that game.
I'll
Thanks to
play it.
a subscription service, because it's like there's a difference between I'm willing to play it and I'm willing to pay for it.
All
Doubt it.
right.
I don't believe that.
Cozy,
Yes,
are you feeling rosy?
absolutely.
Please tell us why.
She's got her Star
Because-
Wars giddy up on today.
I refuse to rise to that bait. I refuse.
She's Captain Kirk.
I'm living in the stars. I am living in the
Captain Net,
stars.
Kirk?
And we also got something that I know most of you guys don't care about. You know I've been talking about Broken Roads, right? You know I've been talking about Broken Roads.
Yes.
We've got a
Yes.
release
yes.
date for it. We've got a release date for it. That's like, yes, finally.
Broken
and it's this
Roads,
year.
I've never even heard of it. Let me
It's a
see.
CRPG.
It looks interesting.
Let me take a look.
It looks interesting.
You said CRPG,
And
so
it's-
now I'm like even more interested.
All right. While you're checking, welcome in, Mr. Joanna Dark. Welcome, Tombo901. Says 5 minutes till launch. Y'all are literally excited, counting the minutes down until we start. Thank you to everyone that is super excited to come through and watch TSWS chop it up on Bullsitting. Thank you to everyone here. Tortoise901. Yes, we're going to be talking about video games. Raichi, welcome in. Dusty's up in here already. Welcome. Thank you everyone for
up?
coming through.
Hit that like button.
I'm not gonna ask everyone. Yeah, smash it hard.
Smash your
I'm not
fucking like
gonna
button.
ask what you guys. I'm not gonna ask you guys what you've been playing this past week because
You should ask me.
it's stuff.
You should ask me.
It's stuff. You know, I'm not gonna break tradition, even though we all know the answers, right? Just make them brief.
You don't know my answer.
because we have two showcases. People. Just
Yeah.
make them brief. All right. Dark
Yeah.
Optimus, what have you been playing this past week?
This week, last week I was going off and on with Starfield, but this week I've just been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and just absolutely hands down the best RPG I've ever played. Like it's so good. So good. So I am like so invested in that game. I will probably play some Starfield this weekend, but I'm definitely was just trying to get some time into
Do you need
Baldur's
anyone
Gate.
to game share with? Do you need anyone to
Uh,
game share with on PlayStation? I'm your guy.
No, I have I game share with my pops because he likes to play games too. So.
God damn it. All right, shut up.
Aw.
Matt, what have you been playing
Yeah.
this past week?
Well, believe it or not, I've been playing Starfield, Luke, and
No.
I've been absolutely loving it. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Ham nailed it.
Moving on. Ham Solo, what have you been playing this past week? I'm doing it for tradition's sake at this point. I already know what you're going to say. Ham,
No, you don't.
what have you been playing this past
I told you
this
on
past few
Twitter
days?
I've been playing Jewel.
Exactly.
Stop trolling. Stop trolling. Does that even count?
Yes,
as a
it
game?
does. Yes,
Seriously?
it does because I've also been playing Jewel.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm making that flow, Loke. You know that stuff
Yeah,
that you
Jewel
know.
is
Jules a
fun.
puzzle game, right? Jules a puzzle game, right?
It's
Yeah.
like one of those games where you like match 3 and they kind of do the Tetris thing.
Oh, okay.
Kind of
Okay.
like the best game that's ever been made, you know. And
Like Tetris.
I've been
yeah.
playing it nonstop,
Yeah.
Mm.
right?
All right.
Loke doesn't know because
Mr.
Loke
Jonah
hates
Duck says-
games.
That's true.
I haven't been playing
That's
Starfield
true.
at all. You know, I checked my
I
time for
won't be falling for
Starfield.
the bait this
I
week.
have 5 days.
Okay.
I have 5 days, 5 hours, and
5
55
days.
minutes in Starfield. I'm just
Dang,
running
dude.
5s on that right now.
You
There
got
you go.
5 on it.
I got 5 on it, babe.
All right. Mr. Jonah Duck says he's been playing Thunderful Ray, so that's different. Super Punch Out, yeah, okay. That Thunderful Ray is different. I haven't needed Horizon Forbidden West to sleep. Playing Starfield for hours has helped me naturally sleep. Starfield is life.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
haven't needed Horizon Forbidden West to sleep. Oh man, that's
I
good.
sometimes think that like the whole point of the show is like, what can I say to trigger? Look, that's not gonna happen today because today I am
Well,
chill.
there's no way that
I am
triggered you.
mellow. I have the parent-teacher meeting tomorrow, so I'm very calm today. All right.
So because you're gonna have to
Practicing.
freak out tomorrow.
Yes. I can't be freaking out now and then freaking out early morning
You gotta
tomorrow.
keep
Anyway,
that blood pressure in
Cozy,
check.
what have you? Yeah, Cozy, what you been playing? this
I've
week?
been playing Jewel.
There you go.
All right.
Luke's
Let's get into
loving
the.
it.
Okay, before we get into the showcase,
He wants to play some Jewel.
Doug, you guys will not get
he just
this
like
today.
blows past
will-
whatever Cozy says.
What-
It's just
what
like,
are you- what are you
How
playing,
dare you,
Luke?
sir? How dare you do that?
What am I supposed to do? Do you want me to sit in it? Do you want me to
Yes.
wallow in it? Is
Yes.
that-
Yes.
Are we supposed to delve into Cozy's shenanigans?
Yes.
If we did that, the show would be 4 hours long. That's not going to happen. It's not.
Look, I just
alright?
think that Jewel
Um,
has over
welcome
6
in.
million players.
Yeah.
I think you'd like it if you tried
Well,
it.
Dusty doesn't know what it is. Welcome in Vincent Vega. Welcome in Stanley Francois. Appreciate you guys coming in. Dark Optimus, there's a couple of questions we always ask the first time guests, so
Okay.
I'm going to ask you.
Go ahead.
How did you fall in love with gaming?
Oh, that started with my pops, man. He got me into gaming when I was a kid. With the NES, the original NES, and then I had a Sega Genesis. And he liked playing like the baseball, football games and stuff, and Punch Out
Aw.
and things like that. So like he kind of got me into all that stuff. Yeah, I owe it all to my pops for that one.
Okay, that's nice. I'm trying. Well, I didn't have to try very hard with my boys. I kind of just gave them the controller and they did the rest.
Well,
Dark,
that's the thing with
what
with,
is
with my,
the?
that's
Go
the
ahead,
thing
go
with
ahead.
my pops. He's always been into the technology stuff, so like he always sees something that's new, and he's just like, oh, what? Nowadays he asks me about it. He'll be like, hey, he'll call me up and be like, hey, did you hear about this new VR headset? I'm all like, yeah. He's like, what do you think? I'm all like, if you like that kind of stuff.
Kind of niche, kind of too
Yeah.
soon. Yeah. Tortoise Hawaii says this Avatar game looks cool, just
It
like
does.
the movie.
It
Oh,
does.
looks wise, 10
It
out of
looks a lot
10.
better than
I
the
don't know
last
about
showing
that
of it.
there.
I tell you that much.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a Far Cry in the Avatar universe, which
That's
I'm
interesting that
down
you
for
said
that.
that.
I am down for that.
I heard somebody else
Mr.
compare
Joanna
it to
Dark.
Far Cry as well, and
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't really see it, I guess. But you're like,
I mean, it looks better than Far Cry in certain aspects, but yeah, I mean, it's
I don't
definitely-
even think you're knocking it like that. I just I'm just like not seeing the Far Cry stuff that, and you're the third person I heard say that. So I'm not like saying your opinion is crazy. I'm just like, that's interesting. He's not the first person I heard say that.
I think it's just because it's Ubisoft and they have that formula, and this game will have that formula, and I'll probably enjoy it.
Which is fine. No, not everything needs to be Death Stranding or Metal Gear
Oh,
or
thank God for
Starfield.
that.
You know,
or Baldur's
not
Gate.
everything needs to be amazing. Or Baldur's Gate. No,
damn
seriously, guys. Sometimes you can just have a good or even just an okay game, and it's fine.
Mhm.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Mr. Joanna Dark Messi in the chat. All right, Dark. What is the best console of all time?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. That is a tough
No,
one.
we're still on the easy ones. We are still on the easy ones.
For me, I would have to say that the Xbox, the original
Which one?
Xbox.
Not
Let him
bad.
finish.
Um,
Gee.
Not bad.
Yeah. To me, because I didn't own a PlayStation 1, I didn't own a PlayStation 2, I didn't really get into PlayStation until PS4 and PS5, so I'm like really new to that stuff.
No Planet 2.
Well, what'd you say, Cozy?
No Little Big Planet 2. No Fat Princess.
No, I no, I didn't get into those.
What? Fat Princess is the greatest PlayStation.
I heard
game
it's
ever.
good. I heard it's good, but I've never played it.
All right, now we get to the hard ones. What is the best game of all time? You can't pick a franchise. You can't pick a selection. You have to pick one game. The best game of all time.
Just because I'm, oh man, no, I'm gonna stick with Vagrant Story is probably the best game of all time to me. Even though I didn't own a PlayStation,
Ooh.
I was still able to go over to a friend's house and play it. So like I absolutely loved that game when when it was out and stuff. Like my friend was just like, at the time, he's just like, hey, have you heard of this game called Vagrant Story? And I'm all like, no. And he's all like, you need to come over and play it right now. I was just like, okay. And rode my bike all the
Yeah,
way
I've heard
over
a
to
lot of
his
people say that's a
house.
great game.
Rode my bike all the way over to his house, and then started playing it, and like called my parents. Well, yeah, called my parents up, and I was just like, "Hey, can I stay the night?"
Wow.
So yeah, but
And what did your parents say?
well, they were like, it's a school night, so no, but this weekend, yes, you can. So
Okay.
when the
Good
weekend came up,
times.
I did definitely.
All right, solid choice. You know, I've heard a lot of people say it's a great game. Never heard someone say it's the best game of all time in their opinion. That is wow. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one. What is the best current console between the Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X or S, PlayStation 5? Those are your only options.
PlayStation 5.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
For
Just
you.
because for me, I really like a lot of RPGs. So they have more of like the JRPGs that I like as well, which
Ah.
don't really come out to Xbox or Nintendo. Some of them come out to Nintendo, of course, because Nintendo is kind of like that that middle ground. But I think for anything that I love, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna gravitate towards that.
Okay, I can respect that. Mr. John Duck says PC is the best console. This guy stays messy.
Oh my goodness,
right.
PC. We get it.
Console,
PC
ladies and
gamers.
gentlemen.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't play on
Okay,
PC,
before
so
we
I don't
You
know.
sure are cozy.
I just got my first gaming PC since like 2000 and what?
Do you even know how to use a computer? You can't hit it with a hammer. There's these things called a keyboard, and you have to type words in them. Do you know how to read? Okay, I'll stop.
He turns it on with his forehead.
I don't know if she was coming at me or she was going at
Oh
Loke
no,
or
no,
what.
no,
I don't know.
Sorry, Low. Low.
It's definitely
Never
me.
the guess.
It's
Never the guess.
definitely me.
Never
Dark,
the guess.
It's
Always Low.
always Loke. Okay. All right.
Dark.
I got it now.
Trust me. It's always me. All right. Negative remark, smirk,
All right.
snide. It's always me. All right. Don't worry.
Always deserved.
Right. Guys, who here actually watched the Nintendo Direct? Cozy, please tell me you watched it.
I
I did.
part of it, but honestly, I thought it was terrible.
Well, that's not good coming from Cozy.
If Cozy didn't like it,
My God.
we are in for a rough ride. We are in for a roughy ride. Dark, did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
And what's your score out of 10? What's your score?
Score out of 10? 5 out of 10.
Yes. Cozy, what's your score? I didn't get that first.
3.
Jesus.
Ham, what's your score?
I think you muted again.
Yeah,
I think you're muted.
I'll say 5 because I I want to give it a higher score than that, but we're seeing like the best games that they have. We're seeing that now for like the 3rd time. Like
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, it's the 3rd time. Spider-Man. I'm already ready to
I was
buy
talking
that
about
game.
the Nintendo Direct.
Don't need to see it
I was talking
anymore.
about the Nintendo
Talk about
Direct.
We're talking
Nintendo
about
Direct.
That Nintendo.
Oh,
Talking
Nintendo.
about the Nintendo Direct.
I apologize.
Damn, this guy
for-
doesn't even care. He's
No,
just
I was
stepping
messing
right
with the
over
stream and stuff
Nintendo.
like that. I apologize.
All right. Let's go.
For the Nintendo one, I give it like a 5 as well. Just because, and it's more or less just because
5.
I'm just kind of. I like the Switch, but I'm just kind of ready for something new from them. So like, it just doesn't get me super duper stoked when I see their directs anymore. Like after Tears of the Kingdom, I'm all set on the Switch.
Right, it's like I'm good. I don't need anything else from them right now.
Exactly, because I know
Except
that's
for a
going to
new
be
console.
the best thing that they and I know Mario. There's supposed to be a Mario RPG and the Princess game and stuff like that, but it's just like I just kind of want to see something new from Nintendo that'll kind of rejuvenize my excitement for Nintendo. Right now, I mean, I let my daughter play on the Switch way more than I play on it. And when I do play it, I'm just playing a couple games or playing with her. And I am excited for the future of the Mario games coming to Switch, but at the same time, I'm not on the edge of my seat for anything Switch-wise. So it just keeps me from giving it a high score. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask about a Nintendo Direct if you want very reasonable answers. But those are mine.
Well, I was gonna say
Matt-
that
Oh,
I
sorry,
felt like when I was watching it, I wanted to do something else when I was watching it. I was just like I'd rather
Wow.
be doing anything else besides.
Oh my
watching it.
goodness.
There you go.
Mad disrespectful.
For me, it was too much. Then that I'm not. So I
Just
love.
like,
I know
okay.
people love remasters. I know people love remasters, and
Mhm.
they love revisiting their favorite games. And they would have these studios literally do the same thing over and over and over again, even though they lie and pretend we want something new. They don't. They absolutely do not. And Nintendo Direct was like, okay, we've seen this before. That 3 was entirely based on WarioWare. That 3 was all WarioWare doing the heavy lifting. It was just like, other than that, it was like, eh. That was like,
For me, like Cozy says, I wanted to crap so much on the whole showcase, but I can't be a hypocrite. Or I try not to be a hypocrite, especially not so close to the Metal Gear remaster launch. Okay? I know a thing or two about wanting to pay top dollar just to get access to a game you've already played 1,000 times before. I get it. But how many times have these games been re-released? You know?
Twice. No, once.
That's my
before.
take on it. Anyway, as far as the score is concerned, I refuse to give this a score because every time I see a Nintendo Direct, every single time, it just reinforces to me, this is why I don't have a Switch. This is why I bought an Xbox Series X day one. I got a PS5 as soon as possible. I got myself a gaming laptop as soon as I can financially. I'm definitely going to get myself an Asus ROG, etc., etc. Whatever Nintendo has out, I'll just be like, do I really want to do it for this? Like, no offense, for this? No. Fastback, welcome in. All right. Anyways,
come back.
let's
You-
enjoy.
You
Hit
didn't
that
ask
like
me
Let's
button,
try and
bud.
break down.
Got
You
16
didn't-
people
you didn't ask
watching.
me
Got
my
7
rating.
likes.
Okay.
I know
Get them
you
likes
didn't.
up.
You skipping
I'm gonna
people,
call it.
look. What are you doing, man? Come on,
Cozy,
bro.
go first.
Yeah.
Paper Mario, the 1,000-year
You didn't ask me
Door
my
HD
rating.
Now, another
Yeah.
beloved game from Nintendo's portfolio is getting the remastered treatment.
He's just
This
ignoring
time,
you, man.
Paper Mario,
He
the
sure
1,000-year
is.
That's what
Door.
he does.
You
I
do
told
not
you,
get
he's
a
the
ton
bad
of
guy.
information outside of
Luke is a
updated
piece
visuals
of
and the fact that it will
garbage.
be out next year on Nintendo Switch. Also
Just-
note that most of the
Just
remasters
absolute
and remakes,
trash.
the remasters
I don't think he can hear
are
us.
full price games.
I don't think he can.
No, he
All right,
can.
close it. Paper Mario,
Can you
the
hear us?
1,000-year
Look.
Door. You down? No.
Woke.
Is he really just playing? Dang, he's good at this.
Yeah, he's
Dang.
good.
What's happening?
This guy can't understand.
Could you not hear us for a second there, or what?
Hello?
Okay.
Oh, he
Yeah, you
can't
can
hear.
hear.
Hello?
Man.
Wow.
Hello? You can't hear?
God damn it. Yeah, my headphones died during the stream. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Nice.
so he couldn't. He wasn't really ignoring us.
No, it was. That's
That'd be funny if
hilarious.
he
I was like, that was impressive.
I think he was, but I think he's just blaming it on his headphones.
Right.
That's what it is.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Now his mic's not working. It's that Wakanda, Texas internet, man.
It is.
There
There it is.
It's
Yep.
all that.
Told
It's
y'all.
all that vibe. It's all that vibranium interfering with the frequencies.
Fuck off.
I'm
Sorry,
Oh,
you
man.
guys weren't supposed to hear that.
Hello.
Cozy, Paper Mario, you done?
Whoa.
Meh. No, not down.
Whoa.
I like Paper Mario, but I'm not willing to pay anything really
This piece
for a
of
game I could
garbage.
already play right now.
You're the piece of garbage.
You didn't even
Sorry,
ask me
Cozy.
what my rating was, bud, for the show.
Oh,
That was on purpose.
Why not?
because you're gonna say 2. You're gonna
Chris,
say
Well, you don't-
you're gonna say 69.
But you don't.
you probably would
No,
give it like
I
an
wasn't
8
gonna
or
do that.
9 or something. Just to
But you
throw
don't
in.
know why I would give it my rating.
You see? So I did get it right.
No, you didn't.
Okay, Cozy, finish off, and then Matt, you can give us your score, whatever.
It's just like meh. You know, it's not like I've never played it. You can't get me excited to pay full price for a game that I've already paid. I'm not a sucker.
And it might be even $70 instead of 60
Ooh.
or
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
No.
they
not
could. People
70.
would pay because it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
if it's a
Nintendo would do that.
remaster, I mean, they did that with Xenoblade Chronicles, the original one. They charge you full price for it, so I wouldn't doubt it.
That would be
Yikes.
excessive, even for Nintendo. That would be excessive.
But they can. If you can get away with charging people as much as you can, then you will do it.
Yep.
vis-a-vis Sony. Matt, what's your score then? Tell us what's your score for
I'm
the
giving
Nintendo
that
Direct.
a 3 out of 10 because every
Okay.
showcase, every single showcase for Nintendo, I'm waiting, and I know we weren't going to see it. I'm just waiting to see anything about just mention Metroid Prime 4's existence, and we continue to never hear a thing about it ever. I'm pretty sure that game is vaporware. The only thing that was there that looked interesting, I'm going to be buying it probably on Xbox, probably not day one, but is Prince of Persia. That game actually looks
Bro,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
bro,
really
we
cool.
will get to every single. Do you mind?
Yeah,
This is why. This is why I didn't ask you to give a rating. This is why. All right.
Wow.
I gave you the
Justin
exact
says,
same summary
"Look,
everyone else did.
my score is better than PlayStation
Looks
out
just
of 10."
racist
Yeah,
against beautiful black guys like me, and I'm tired of it.
you're not. All right.
Blacker
Fine.
than you,
Fine.
Loke.
Oh,
Darker than you, bud. What are you gonna do about it?
Wow. What are we doing?
You know what? You get those subs up if this is fun for you. I don't know how to like.
I don't know
He said if
what-
it's
I
fun
don't know
for
what to-
you.
I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know.
Dark Optimus, you're the most light skinned person here. Good luck. What
Oh my
what's
God.
your interest? What's your interest on Paper Mario, the 1,000-year door? What's your interest?
No
level?
interest at all.
No.
No interest at all. I played it when it was on the
Zero.
GameCube. You know,
Exactly.
It's just there's just no like it has to be a game where I'm like, okay, yeah, I would like Xenoblade Chronicles. I got that when that came out because I was all like, I loved that game when I played it, and I felt like, when it comes to a game that's like that, I'll go and play it. But I mean, if it's something like, Paper Mario or anything that has to do with really Mario, I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to replay it again. Play it once and then I move on.
Okay.
Exactly.
Matt, Paper Mario.
I'm all set,
Interested?
bud.
Not interested.
I'm all set.
All set.
No.
All right. Amity, Paper Mario.
I'd say not on the whole Paper Mario thing because I've just never been in the Paper
Nothing.
Mario. I wasn't back when it was on like the 64.
Yeah.
What wasn't into it on any of the Game Boy. I'm just not really into that version of Mario. That's it.
Okay.
Simple like that.
Mr. Joanna Dark, thank you so much for gifting 5 TSWS gaming memberships. Welcome in Flappy Folds. the robots win. Jason Portillo, Bunty, Uso, welcome in. Okay.
Hey, it's Vinny.
So as everyone, okay, no one's interested in Paper Mario. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Next, we had, you know what? I'm just gonna read out the name, and then whoever wants to jump in and talk about the said game, whether
There
they're
we go.
super in or super out, can just. Matt's very excited about this. Just to move on from the.
I can't
Nintendo
wait.
Direct. Damn. Okay, so the next game is Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake, coming to Nintendo Switch February 16, 2024. Nintendo announced a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong game during the Direct. This is a remake of the original game that was released back in 2004 for the GBA, Game Boy Advanced. The reveal trailer not only showed off gameplay but confirmed local co-op too. Yay!
Oh.
Panel, thoughts?
Not really interested. I think we can move on.
Yeah, didn't really care about any of that at all. Sorry,
I'm all set.
I wish I could be more animated, but no, I just can't. Not with this.
We didn't ask
All right,
for
let's
it.
segue just a little bit away from Nintendo because this is just dire. This is so bad.
But you're skipping the two games the one game that I was like yay about, and then the other game
We're
that
going
I
to
was
go
like,
back. Don't worry, we're gonna
okay.
do all the games, Cozy. Relax. We're
Oh,
gonna do
okay.
all the games. Tortoise Hawaii says, "What's everyone's favorite remastered game?" I think that's interesting. For me, my favorite remastered game is Metal Gear. It hasn't come out, but I'm already sure that it's the best remastered game I have ever played and will ever play.
Trash.
You're talking
Well-
3? Metal Gear Solid 3 or
I'd
the
say for
remasters?
me,
all of it, all of them. They're all the best at the same time.
Stop it.
I'd say for
Okay.
I'd say for me, I'd say
You're
for
supposed
me,
to just pick one.
I'd say Dead Space for me.
Dead Space was really
Space, yeah.
good.
Dead Space, they did a fantastic job on that.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame they'll probably not be up for Game of the Year this year because I think they changed enough in that game and added enough to it to be
That it could be, yeah, that it could be,
that it could be considered, but it's a tough year.
I don't do
Fark says
remasters.
Dreamcast Guy Simulator looks awesome. What game is this? I don't know.
He's
Is the
talking
game
about
called Dreamcast Guy?
the Baby Steps game.
Oh,
Oh.
they're so messy, man. They're so messy. In the
Oh yeah,
chat.
we're
I
gonna
love
get
it.
to that.
I
We're
love
gonna
it.
get
I
to
love
that.
it though.
Oh god.
It's great.
You know what, John Wolf? You can go shove it. All right.
Whoa.
Seriously.
MTS4 was the best
Seriously.
movie I ever played.
I'm supposed to be calm. I'm supposed to be
man.
calm. The first thing
I fucking
John
love the
Wolf
show.
has to say
That's
is
good.
talking crap about Metal
I mean,
Gear.
but here's
Guys,
the thing.
we have
You already
very
know
few
Loke
rules
doesn't play
of
games.
TSWS gaming.
Is he
You already know
wrong?
Loke doesn't play games. Loke likes watching movies.
You know
but
what,
not playing
Cozy?
games.
Just for that, let's go back to the Nintendo Direct. The next game on the docket is F-Zero 99 announced, available today exclusively to
Whoa.
Switch Online members. In a surprise twist, F-Zero made an appearance at the Nintendo Direct today. F-Zero 99 was announced. It is a battle royale style racing game that also supports the SNES wireless controller. F-Zero 99 is out today, but it is exclusively available to those who hold an active Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Panel.
I don't play multiplayer games for the most part, so
I'm sorry. I'm trying
Didn't
not to
care.
throw up.
Cozy
Oh,
wants to
well, that's
throw up.
nice.
That's literally
Cool,
not.
man.
No, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Right.
Damn.
And on that note, just tragic. Nintendo, tragic. Princess Peach Showtime gets a release. It's coming in March. Nintendo previously announced that a new Princess Peach game was in the works. Today's Direct finally unveiled some gameplay along with the name for this new game, focused on the Princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. It's the Princess Peach Showtime is the name of this game, and Nintendo also gave us a new look at the game. According to Nintendo, the gameplay varies depending on which transformation Peach takes. It's coming out March 22, 2024. Who is super excited to don their pink dress and do it?
absolutely, I'm ready for it.
So we're wearing pink dresses? What's happening?
Pink dresses. That's all. That's all Matt heard. He's gonna wear his pink dress and lick games for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on a
honestly-
pink dress because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Honestly, with this, I'm actually surprised it took them this long to actually make a Princess Peach game.
That's a valid point.
Because
She is like
she's been an icon in the Mario world for a long time, and now they
Yes.
just decide, oh yeah, you know what, we're gonna make a Princess Peach game.
You know they operate on their own timeline.
I know, but still, come on. Like,
welcome in Pieter Maffei says turn that PS5 beep down. No. Just no.
He's all like, I need the beep. I need it.
All right. Anyone else want to talk about
Is that what I
Princess Peach
heard?
Showtime?
Mm,
No, it's my AC.
Okay, it's your AC.
Anyway.
All right, bud. Yeah.
I thought they didn't have AC in session.
They have
Stop it,
AC
man.
in Africa? I didn't even know.
No,
Yeah, they don't have
no,
that.
he doesn't
over
live
there.
in Africa.
Dark,
He's in Texas.
Dark, at least you acknowledge that I'm in Africa. Screw all
He's in
these other
Texas.
guys.
He's not. He just
Fraud.
lies.
Oh yeah, that's
I've
right. I
heard his-
forgot.
I've
He's
heard
in
his-
Wakanda, Texas. That's
Yes.
right. They do have vibranium, so I guess they would
Exactly.
have
That
air
AC runs
conditioning,
off of
right?
vibranium.
Wow, that must be a very
Alright.
powerful air conditioner.
It is. It's crazy powerful. The thing heats his whole country.
Wow.
Okay, Maffei,
Massive.
yes, I did get the update. Mr. Joanna Dark says there's a Super Princess Peaches on 3DS. So I think that's
Oh, is there?
important.
Okay.
Yeah, Dark. So if
I
you
didn't even know.
If you're super stoked to play as Princess Peach and you can't wait, done. All right, you don't have to wait till March. You can play as Princess Peach right now. Ladies and gentlemen, buy the 3DS and go and get Super Princess Peaches.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
go on eBay after the show and buy that right now.
let's do that.
Actually, you know, I'm
Let's
just gonna buy it right
go.
now.
Yeah, Peaches for the win. Moving
mean,
on.
Yeah.
Okay, Cozy.
Nothing.
What?
I just didn't sound exciting to me, but 3DSs are cool.
Yeah. Moving on. Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remasters announced. The original Tomb Raider, along with Tomb Raider 2 and 3, are getting the remaster treatment for Nintendo's hybrid console. Out on February 14, 2024. The remaster compilation will have an option for players to toggle between the updated visuals and the grimy ass original polygon look for some retro flair. Updated visuals aside, the remasters also include expansion secret levels for each game. Thoughts?
That's cool. I think that they're doing something with that, but will I buy it? Probably not.
Yep.
Been there, done that with those.
Okay.
Plus, if they keep
Anyone
the
else?
same, if they keep that same tank controls like they had in the original one. Yeah,
Oof.
no.
I might check them out just to lock
Oh.
that butler in the thing again.
In the freezer.
Yeah.
Oh
Right.
man. Cozy? No? Ham? Wow.
Muted.
Okay. Okay. Ham? He keeps
Nope.
muting himself.
Nope.
Or is it your mic
nope.
that does it automatically? Just no. Damn.
Nope.
Okay.
That's a no from me,
for
dog.
me,
You're talking about with Princess
For
Peach,
me,
right?
Tomb
Oh,
Raider.
no,
Hamothy.
Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3.
Hamothy.
What are you doing? Are you playing Starfield, Ham? As we do the podcast, are you
No,
playing
I went.
Starfield?
If you didn't notice, I went and talked to my wife just a moment ago.
Sure. He didn't say he's making up excuses. You think he really?
Oh man.
Okay, Ham, are you interested? Are you interested in Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch?
Oh man, I thought we were talking about Princess Peach. What happened? Man, I'm lost. Today.
She peached their ass out of here.
Tomb Raider 1, 2, and
It's
3.
all about.
I seen
Tomb
that
Raider
it
1,
was
2, and 3.
remastered, and I'm just kind of like, I mean,
It happened. A thing
yeah.
happened. They exist.
I mean,
Good
that,
for people
I
who
mean,
want-
in the sense of preservation, I like it. In that sense, so
Sure.
Okay.
it's a dub in that
But you
division.
personally,
But
you're
am I
getting it.
looking to play it? Nah,
Okay.
Not
I'm
right
looking
now.
To play it, but at least
definitely not right now.
I still have. For me, it's never really.
I
still
think it
have
comes out next year,
PTSD.
so I think
Yeah,
You
I
have
still
plenty
have
of time.
PTSD from when I was a kid, and I used
Probably
to
next
buy
year
it
when it comes out.
because
Won't have time for it then
because of the
either.
cover.
right, yeah, because I mean that's the thing when some of these
Those
games like
puzzles are
these
too much.
remasters come out, they come out like when there's a big game that comes out, and I'm just like, I'd rather play the new hotness than this old game. Like I'm just like, stop
Are you
doing
talking
that.
about Metal Gear right now?
No, not Metal Gear.
Stop it, Loke. Don't nobody care.
Nobody's.
Right.
We're talking about games, Loke.
I'm gonna
Not
tell you
movies.
right now, Loke. I only played MGS2. I liked it, but I've never really been a big MGS fan ever.
So, well,
Moving on, Luigi's Mansion 2
I feel the same,
HD.
honestly.
is out next summer. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD was already in development, but today's Direct gave us a new look at the trailer, in addition to confirmation that the remaster will arrive next summer on Nintendo Switch. Who is interested in Luigi's Mansion?
It looks like
2
crap. It
after what they
looks
saw?
jaggy. It looks jaggy as heck, dude. It doesn't look like it's almost as if they just ported it from I think the 3DS.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all they did.
They probably did.
Can you even say it's a remaster? I mean, I guess it's an HD upgrade, I guess. That's about it.
I don't want to. I've already played it. I've already had my fill of it. It's a fun game, but it might be nice to play with better controls. So I'm not going to exactly be like, this one, because playing on the 3DS it was a little cumbersome,
It was
especially later in the game.
definitely janky.
Right. Luigi is being sent out to die. Next, Splatoon 3's Side Order gets new gameplay trailer and spring 2024 release window. Nintendo
What are we doing?
Nintendo kicked off today's Nintendo Direct with a new gameplay trailer for Splatoon 3's second wave DLC expansion Side Order, which is available as part of the game's expansion pass but will also be sold separately. Splatoon 3 Side Order will be available next spring. I don't get it. Before you guys go off on this one, I don't get this American thing of spring. Just give me a month and a day. All right? Or at the very least, just say early in the year or late in the year. So the first 3 months, the last 3 months. Is that so hard? Why? Why do you say things like spring that only you guys understand? Only you guys understand.
I'm sorry
spring.
that you don't live in the part of America with a
Right.
temperate climate, okay?
Exactly.
What do you mean in that
This man's-
part of America? Cozy, I don't live in America. Don't say
I'm sorry
in the
that you
part
need
of
a.
America.
I'm sorry that you need a big, humongous remote to
It's that Texas
work your AC.
It's that Texas
Exactly.
education, you know. They don't teach them
This-
seasons.
This man's salty because he doesn't know what seasons are.
There's schools over there that still use the Commodore 64.
I'm sorry, Luke. We just stopped to roast Luke for like a full minute. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry.
Why do you apologize when you don't mean it, Matt?
Because
Look at your face right now.
it's
Does
so
that
funny.
Does that look apologetic to you?
But
This
it's
guy.
so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. John Wolf is back. He says that little alien in Mexico dies waiting for gameplay on Metal Gear Solid 4. Bro.
Oh god.
Oh man.
John Wolf, you're on thin ice, bruv. Thin ice. All right, let's move on to the next game. Matt's game of the year. We got another look at Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. More like the Lost Dreadlocks. That's what it looks like. Ubisoft provided another look at its upcoming Prince of Persia game, The Lost Crown. The latest installment in Ubisoft's dormant franchise was announced in June. During Summer Game Fest, this 2D action platform is slated to launch January 18 and is being developed by Ubisoft Montpellier, the developer behind Rayman Legends. I don't get this half-shaved thing. I know it's super cool. It's supposed to be super cool. I don't get it. Anyway, Matt, tell us why you love this game and you're looking forward to it.
Because it looks fun. Because it looks fun. That's really it. And I mean, I'm not like dying to play it, but it looks fun and I'll check it out. Not day one, but I'll check it out at some point.
The only thing I wish about this game was that it was more that like third person Prince of Persia that I used to love. Like
Right.
Sands of Time and stuff like that. Warrior Within, you know, those kind of games.
I agree.
So I'm like not really so, you know, too excited about it, but I'm definitely gonna play it at some point. And I saw you K Mega in the chat. You
K Mega has a point.
Hey, Mega.
K Mega has a point.
Megalodon.
Yeah. We know
No,
that.
no.
K
You know
Mega.
what? You don't have to
Yeah,
stick
he
to
is.
this. K Mega is
You
capping.
guys usually have
K-Mega-
like 20 something viewers, and you only guys only have like 17 right now. So I mean, he might be on to something.
No, you're welcome.
Get out, Dark.
Right.
I come on and people just like they're like, oh god, I hate that guy.
Oh
Can't
fuck
stand
this.
him.
Okay. Anyone else? Prince of Persia.
I think I don't want. So here's the thing. I love Rayman. I think there's never been like a game that's like been a miss for me. But this game, from a gameplay perspective, I'm like, this looks cool. But I hate the character design just that much that I would never touch it.
Wow.
I can
But
see
you
that.
Is it made for you?
What?
No.
What do
Wait,
you
what?
mean?
Okay.
This is
Isn't
the
it
exact
made
kind
for
of
you?
game. No, this is the exact kind of game that I want from them, but I really hate that character design.
Ah.
I'm like, why didn't you just go with the classic or revamp it a little? But I don't like.
Well, it's because it's not even the Prince of Persia. You're playing as a different character. You're not really.
There's
playing
different
as...
princes also. He
Because-
could be one of
because-
the princes
because-
in the lineage.
because
I'm
the
just-
prince was actually kidnapped. So it's like it's kind of I get where Cozy's coming from. Where it's kind of like it's the character design, but for me as well, it's like you're not playing as the prince. You're not actually playing as the character that we all know and kind of grown up with. So it's just kind of I'll play it eventually.
The anachronistic design of the character. It's very like, let's be cool and modern look, and I hate that.
Yes.
Like, I hate it.
What
I
do
hate
the
it so much
kids like?
that I would not touch this ever, just because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Miss Janet Jack says it looks cool. K-Mag is laughing his ass off.
Raichi,
And
you're
Rachie is
right.
still waiting for Rayman 4. Sorry, dude.
Raichi,
so
you are
sorry.
absolutely right.
Ham, you haven't said anything about the new Prince of Persia. You down?
He's playing Starfield.
You hip?
I'm
I
not
swear Ham is playing
interested.
stuff.
I'm not interested right now. It's just not
Yeah.
in my wheelhouse of games that I'm dying to play. Like, there's too many games that I'm like there's games that I pushed into 2024 that I'm looking forward to more than I almost said Rayman, more than Prince of Persia. So it's just somewhere just down the road. Like I'll give it a try, but not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, Rachie brings up an interesting point. He says the new Prince of Persia was an opportunity to insert a female protagonist, especially considering that they're going to be using like the prince as the plot device, right?
So
Go
they
and
just
get
flipped the
prince.
script basically, like it'd be like Princess Peach going after Mario,
Yeah,
trying to find
yeah,
Mario.
yeah.
The Princess
I
of Persia.
think, no, I think
The Princess
this is
of
a good
Persia.
idea. This is a good idea because then you wouldn't have to switch it to Princess of Persia because the game is still about the Prince of Persia, but you're going to rescue the Prince of Persia. Kind of like Zelda is about Zelda, but you're playing as Link. No?
I agree
Nobody?
with that. I would take that as long as and then they could have gotten a character design with better hair.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah,
what? They probably would have still shaped her head like that
Oh my
character.
god.
I hate that so much.
They probably would have done it anyway.
What breaks my heart is that you're probably right. That's what's so sad about everything.
Let it go.
Like, I'm not, if there's money, right, and we can bet, like, okay, what's probably going to happen? I'm not betting against you when you say, oh, I'm putting $1,000 on they're going to make the half shaved or the double shaved female protagonist. That's probably what's going to happen anyway.
Wait, what?
So, anyways, then go ahead, Cozy.
Isn't necessarily bad, but it's just so that it's bad that they don't try anything like interesting with it.
Else, they always do the same
And it's like
thing.
5 million people going to the same barber getting the exact same cut for like no reason. Like,
It's
let it go.
boring.
Doesn't
You know what?
Miles
The
Miles
mohawk
Morales has the same
or the
haircut.
half
Yes,
mohawk.
yes, yes. He has the same haircut.
It's like can they
Oh yeah,
realize
Miles
that
also have
not
the new as that. Yeah.
can they realize
And
that
that's
not
like
every black person has the same hairstyle?
That's asking too much.
also
That is a
guys,
problem
remember,
in gaming. That is a
because we
problem.
are old enough, guys. We are all old enough to remember when having a mohawk was rebellious. Y'all remember that? There
Yeah.
was a time
Yeah.
it was like, what? They did that with their hair. Now it's really not.
No.
You're not edgy if you have a mohawk or a half-shaved head. You're really not. I'm
Nope.
sorry. to break it to
You know, you're
but
still
it's
edgy if
true.
you have a mullet because no.
Okay, that's still
Or the
kind of
duck
wild.
bill. Or the duck bill. That's even worse because the duck bill
Well,
actually
Mullets are kind of insane.
Listen,
bill is
business
like-
in the
duck
front,
bill?
party in the
like-
back.
I think that's
Alright.
like what they call like the black people mullet.
The duck
The
bill.
the Jerry
Wait,
curl.
hold on.
No.
No.
It's
Oh.
like
The
when you don't have
Jerry
a Jerry
curl.
curl, but it's like I don't know exactly, but that's what someone referred to it as like.
What's a duck bill? I'm googling it.
This
It's not
looks-
coming up.
Vinny?
This looks wild. Looks like
Matt,
something.
show me what the hell. Am I googling it wrong or something?
I just typed
bill.
in
That's what it's
duck bill.
called.
Duck bill haircut. That's all I typed in.
I agree with Vinny on that one. Like, why only cornrows and dreads? Like,
Because
Oh fuck.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
What happened?
See,
Why explain it?
that's unique. They should have done this for the Prince of Persia character. This would get me excited. Like, what is going on here?
I think because it's easy. It's easy to just have those few hairstyles and just be like, yeah, recycle them. Even if, but it's like also like they're really late to the party when it comes to like what black people do, even with things. So like, it's always going to be not something that's like, and they're just gonna run with it and stick with it until someone's like, hey, you know, that's not really a thing anymore.
yeah, I mean that hairstyle was literally when Black Panther came out, right?
Mhm.
Like Michael B. Jordan had that
Mm.
same hairstyle in that movie. And then
Wakanda,
they're like,
Texas.
They're like, we're just gonna keep going with it. Might as well. Why not?
That movie was very successful. This game's going to be very successful. That
Right.
haircut is great.
Just because of the haircut.
Yeah, that's their thought process on this.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
like come
goodness.
on, you know.
Uso says, why only cornrows and dreads in this game? And Uso, we have to get into the weeds of it. It's not that there's only cornrows and dreads. It's that there's different types of cornrows. There's different lengths of cornrows. There's different, how can I put this? Widths of cornrows and dreads as well.
That would be dope
So,
if they had
when you only
a
do that-
length for cornrows where you can actually have it where it's like swinging in the back. Because I've had cornrows that where the end of it goes all the way like goes past
Your
like my
shoulder.
neck.
Mhm.
How come they don't have it where like with waves? Like why don't they have the waves?
Nintendo.
Like,
He said,
doesn't
"Why
Nintendo?
ain't they got the wave, bruh?
So actually,
like I want to see the
Yeah,
waves,
it's classic.
man.
They got the
Yeah.
flattest
Honestly,
fade
I
on there.
think
You ain't got no
waves-
waves."
If I could do
believe,
waves, I would do it, but I can't do it. So like
I believe
you know,
Nintendo
I think
I
can
wish in
waves
wave.
look good,
Starfield they
you know, I
gave
think
me a
waves look
do rag for when I wanted to go sleep.
that would be cool though. I mean, it would be. You know, like come on, you know, like be with, you know, what, you know, if you want to put a different culture in a game, know about that culture.
Do it all
right?
the
Like,
way.
Don't
Do it
Or,
all
Yeah,
the
go
way.
all the
or
way.
just
If you're
just
going
invest
to-
in it.
right, exactly.
Yes.
Invest in
That's it.
If you're going, the guys that made Ghost of Tsushima, you wouldn't believe they're
Ooh.
not Japanese if someone didn't tell
They
you
nailed
that
it.
they're not Japanese. But these
Right.
guys went all the way in.
They
right?
did.
So if you want to do something with Miles Morales, go all the way in. Anyways, y'all having too much fun. It's too much laughing here. Let's go back to the video game showcase. Trombone Champ is coming to Nintendo Switch.
What the hell is that?
Trombone Champ,
That looked like
So-
straight garbage, dude. Straight garbage, man.
Trombone
Like-
Champ the goofy rhythmic game where you use a trombone is finally coming to Nintendo Switch. Trombone Champ originally came out last year exclusively on
It's
PC,
a
and it
wacky
became
rhythm
an
game.
darling for its unconventional gameplay in its genre. Alongside a port coming to Nintendo's hybrid console, we also learned that the Switch version of Trombone Champ will take advantage of the gyro controls you can use, the Joy-Cons.
Whoa.
That seems
I
inappropriate. There's going to be a lot of this.
But why
A lot of
does it?
what?
A lot of what?
Why does it
A
sound
lot of
off
this.
key? Every single trumpet
Oh my
sounded off
God.
key in that trailer. Like at
Cozy,
least make it sound
today,
good
like
once
today,
you
you need
get
to chill.
that.
'cause-
Like at least make it
Sorry.
sound
Go ahead,
good. It just sounded like crap to me. I don't know. I don't like it when they do sound rhythm games like that, and the
Mhm.
sound
That-
doesn't sound good. Like it
I-
sounds like off key and things like that. I hate.
Oh, so that's why Cozy was doing the movement. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to the dark corner, but okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah, you're right, Cozy. You're right. That is the movement. I'm not going to simulate it, but that is the movement. That's
You should.
probably going
What's the
to happen.
movement, Loke? What's the movement?
Yeah, let's see the movement. Look.
He already
I'm-
knows, spends a lot of time. He spends a ton of time. He doesn't need to simulate because he already has a lot of practice. You know.
I'm just interested to see what the movement is. I was hoping that Loke could do the movement for me because
Oh,
I'm
man.
looking to be educated. Quite honestly.
Yota Mafe says Wario Move has more offensive positions. Like I need to look up Wario Move. Moving on, Dave.
I've watched
the
this
diver,
trailer.
no, I'm not doing it.
No, I was just saying I
Not
watched
doing
this
it.
trailer and it looks like
And-
a fever dream.
That's the best kind of dreams.
No, it's not. It's not.
All right,
Dave the
moving
Diver
on.
looks
Dave the
like,
Diver arrives on Switch next month. Anyone interested in Dave the Diver?
It's an indie game. I can wait for it. You know, like if it's coming to Xbox or PlayStation or something like that, maybe I'll play it. If it goes to Game Pass, I'll probably play it. It's one of those.
Seriously, you guys. That's why the gaming industry is dying as we speak.
Okay. Well,
Everything needs to be Game Pass. I swear, someone
Not
put that up, and I was
everything.
like, "What do you mean dying, dude?"
yeah,
Gaming has never thrived more than it's thriving right now.
bigger than
But
it's ever
okay.
been, but it's dying.
It's dying. Okay, next game. First look at Wave 6 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. Wow. Anyone interested?
No.
I'm all set.
Right.
I'll pass.
Detective Pikachu returns and gets a new cinematic trailer. Ham, you're going first on this one. Detective Pikachu is out on October 6th, and ahead of its release date, Nintendo provided another cinematic trailer for the game. The latest trailer focused on how other Pokemon will aid Detective Pikachu and Tim on their adventures, such as Darmanitan, who can smash rocks for the duo. Ham, are you getting Detective Pikachu?
I might, but not anytime soon. And the only reason I might is for my daughter because she really likes Pokemon right now.
Aww.
But for me,
Right.
not a chance.
All
Aww.
right.
The last Pokemon game that I got into, actually played a lot of, was Pokemon Snap on 64.
Ooh, yeah, that was good, man. That's a good game.
Hamothy, we know you don't play games.
Get him.
Yeah.
We know you
Um,
don't play games.
Thanks, Ham. Appreciate that one. Detective Pikachu. Anyone else interested in Detective Pikachu?
Nope.
I like the movie,
No.
but not gonna play the game.
Till to this day, my favorite video game movie.
That movie
I
was
agree.
surprisingly
It was
good.
good.
I was sure. I walked in like this is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so freaking bad. It was a good time. It was a very good time. Mishi Miyagi, welcome in. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Why was dude in Baby Steps double checked up? Double cheeked up? Yeah, we saw that. We saw that little wiggle. We'll get to it. Trust me.
Loke,
Next game.
calm yourself.
Hey, I am married. I am not blind. Another code, Recollection announced. Another code, Recollection is a new compilation that features Another Code, Two Memories, aka Trace Memory, and
Oh,
its
yeah.
sequel, Another Code R. The latter marks the first time the game is released in North American region. I want to read that again, all right? Because I understood nothing. I just want to make sure everyone here also understands like whatever it is that's being communicated here. Another code, Recollection, is a new compilation that features Another Code, Two Memories, aka Trace Memory, and its sequel, Another Code R. The latter marks the first time the game is releasing in North American region. Another Code, Two Memories, originally released in 2005 for the Nintendo DS, while its sequel, Another Code R, released 4 years later on the Nintendo Wii. Both games will be enhanced for the Nintendo Switch and is out January 19, 2024. I'm interested in this game just because of the names. Anyone else?
So Another Code is actually really fantastic. I recommend it to people who haven't
What
played
type
it
of game
before.
is it?
Visual novel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck that. I mean, sorry. Yeah.
I mean, that's Metal Gear Solid, basically.
Well,
off,
read.
man.
We already know he went to Texas public school. He cannot read, so he has
That's
to
true.
do
That is
movies
true.
instead.
Hey, Cozy,
I mean,
Texas has some of the best universities on the planet. Settle down, all right?
no, they
mean,
do
didn't
not.
go
Not
to
if they're working on a Commodore 6.
Exactly.
Hey, I didn't say
And
all
then
the
they just
universities.
recently got their
didn't say
technology up to
I
date.
didn't say all the educational institutions in Texas are top tier. That is not what I said. I said Texas has some of the best educational facilities on the planet. I didn't say all of them, all right? There's levels to this.
You didn't go.
Anyways.
We're not talking
See-
about university. You have to pass primary school to get there.
See,
Yep.
now I'm just starting to think that you actually do
That's
live in
messed up,
Texas.
Cozy. I don't live in Texas. I just don't think it's fair for people to be besmirching the good
So-
name of the best state in the
He
United
doesn't
States.
think
That's
it's
all
fair
I'm
to be besmirching the good name of his home state.
No,
He used a-
no,
he
it's the only
used-
thing- it's
He
the only-
used a lot of big words for a Texas
Yeah.
person. I don't know.
A lot.
All right. Moving on. Saga Emerald Beyond arrives next year. Square Enix, the company renowned for making good financial decisions with regards to exclusivity and making sales targets.
I
Square
love 'em.
Enix announced at today's event that its sci-fi fantasy RPG series Saga is getting a new installment subtitled Emerald Beyond, and it arrives on Nintendo Switch next year. Alongside an announcement, the trailer shown off at today's Nintendo Direct showed viewers different playable characters who will get to select, such as a witch, a songstress mech, and a puppet master. Who's interested in Saga Emerald Beyond? Uso, what the fuck?
I mean,
Oh, no.
we're
What'd he
going
say?
through every single game we've gone through. I'm just like, I've zoned out every single time. So I'm not.
I'm sorry, are we still talking about Nintendo?
Yeah,
We
no, I was
are.
like,
We are.
like,
We
why are we
certainly
still
are.
talking about Nintendo? I don't understand.
There at the
it.
end. No. I'm not really interested in anything Square Enix that isn't Dragon Quest. And even
Right,
though
like
it's not
Dragon
most
Quest
Dragon
or
Quest.
For me, Dragon Quest or
Cozy.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That's all I.
Cozy.
Yeah.
Cozy
Star
and
Ocean.
Dark, since you guys like Dragon Quest so much, is it possible to play Dragon Quest and just focus on the main story without having to grind
Yes.
to level up?
Yes. Especially if you're playing
Yeah.
the last one. It was actually pretty easy. Older ones,
tried
not
it.
so much.
I tried
Yeah,
it on
I would say
Xbox.
Wait.
11. You can do
It was
for sure.
so
Wait,
tedious.
Wait, so no, is it because it's probably because you don't play a lot of you don't play a lot of
Oh.
turn-based games, do you?
No, I don't.
Say
you
yeah.
Do you play a lot of RPGs at all, Loke?
He doesn't play a lot of
Yes,
turn-based games,
RPGs.
so it's going to be harder
Like
to.
all the
So
Bethesda
he doesn't
games,
play. Okay,
Mass
so you play.
Effect.
So you play all the baby ones. Okay, I understand now.
And he moving on. Are you gonna? He's not gonna say anything.
Moving on.
He doesn't
Unicorn
like to think.
Overlord
That's why he
is
likes
a
Metal
new
Gear so
Texas
much.
RPG from the developer behind 13 Sentinels. Vanillaware unveiled the next project it's working on a tactics RPG called Unicorn Overlord. The game is set to release on March 8th. The official summary for the game notes that the Unicorn Overlord will allow players to cultivate an army with over 60 distinct characters and grow your renown throughout the 5 nations. This epic fantasy adventure. Who's interested in Unicorn Overlord?
I would be if the name was changed, because that name, when I heard the name, I was like, how does this have anything to do with the game at all?
There are unicorns in it.
I know. I was like, is there unicorns in there or what? Like I don't understand. Like sometimes when the Japanese name stuff, or well, actually, it's not even the Japanese who name it. It's when Americans name it, they name it something else besides what the Japanese named
They
it.
asked them their favorite Japanese. They asked the Japanese people their favorite American words, and they throw them into like one of those Scrabble bags and shake it up. And
that's exactly what happens. It's just like, okay, like, why do you have to name it something so weird? Like
we're going to call this game Mother. And you're like, what? Mother?
Yeah.
And then it turns out to be one of the best games of all time. Huh? Okay, sure. Anyways, moving on. Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes targets an April 2024 release date. Anyone interested in Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes?
Not gonna play it on Switch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it on Switch if I play it. They've been putting those in Game Pass quite a bit, and and if I did play it, it'd be from something like that.
It was bad. It was bad. Okay, lady and gentlemen, thanks to the good grace of our dear Lord and Savior Hideo Kojima, we've reached the end of the Nintendo Showcase. All right, the Nintendo Gallery Museum is still on track to be completed by March 2024. Who here is interested in going to the Nintendo Museum when completed, whether it's now or whether it's like 5-10 years from now? I'm not going ever. Like, unless I get paid by someone to go, I'm not going to the Nintendo Museum. It could be like across the street, right? I'm walking right past it. Anyone interested in the Nintendo Gallery Museum?
I would. I mean, like, if it's there while I'm doing something else in the same area, town, a couple like with Dude, if it's within 2 hours of like me going to a vacation somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's a Saturday. You are free. You have no family commitments. You have 5 hours to do whatever, and it's right across the street. Are you going?
Oh, absolutely. I don't see why not.
All right.
It's a part of my history.
If I had 5 hours to do whatever I wanted in Japan, I wouldn't go to the Nintendo.
You guys are crazy.
I don't see
That's a good point.
Fake gamers.
That's a good point.
Just a bunch of fake gamers.
It sounds interesting to me, but I don't like crowds.
I would actually go to the Nintendo theme park. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't really like crowds. I think that's my problem. I don't really like
that
crowds.
sounds like fun. The Nintendo.
Well, then you just don't want to go to Japan in general, is what you're saying.
Well, no, that's the thing. I'm also not interested in anything about Japan.
What?
Like, I don't like crowds, and I'm not interested in Japan. Why the fuck would I care about Japan?
I couldn't even go to Japan. I'm too tall for that. Place is a mess over there. I can't do that.
Yeah, you'd be the tallest guy there, and they'd be like looking up at you. Because I'm pretty tall too.
Something.
I'd be like, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of Japanese people who are tall.
What are you, 6'1"?
Who, me?
Yeah.
He's 6'83".
I'm 6'11", dude.
6'8".
6'11"?
Damn.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
You should be playing in the NBA. All right. No one's going to Japan. Let's go.
Well, at least not for that.
Best showcase of all time. Let's move on to the best showcase of all time. PlayStation Showcase. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is out February 29th, 2024. Who is getting this day one?
What was that? What was the first? What was that? I'm so lost right
Final
now, dude. Sorry.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is out February 29, 2024. Who's interested?
Oh, that's day one. That's day one for me. I loved
Em?
Final Fantasy remakes, so I'm definitely.
This is the sequel,
doing
correct?
that.
It's the
Yeah,
continuation.
it's a continuation. Yeah, absolutely. And it
Why
looks
don't they
more.
just call it Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2? Why Rebirth?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I
They might
It
not
just
know.
makes it harder to
yeah, they might
organize
not even
these
know
things.
why.
You know, like when they come out, it's fine. Like now, right? It's fine. But then this is the type of stuff that forces people 5-10 years from now to make videos, guides. This is how you play the Final Fantasy games. Why not just be logical? Final Fantasy Remake, Final Fantasy Remake Part 2, Final Fantasy Remake Part, etc. You know?
Yeah,
I think
Am I the only one
they
thinks that's
try to
weird?
be, they try to be edgy. They're like, oh, we named it a different name, so it's not the same as the last one, kind of thing.
Hmm.
It is what it is. I don't know. I'm still gonna play it, even despite the name.
Anyone else interested in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
No, I'm waiting for Afterbirth.
Going once.
After he's waiting for it to
Okay.
hit Game Pass. That's what it is.
Well, since we're on the subject, there's been rumors that Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to Xbox because Rebirth only has confirmed exclusivity for 3 months.
PC
Panel,
exists.
none of us here has insider information at Square Enix, but let's spitball anyway because it's fun. Ham, what are the chances that Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox by this time next year?
I think it's pretty damn likely. To be
Likely.
real, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake, if you're just talking about remake and not rebirth, if you're just talking about remake, I think it's very likely that we see remake on Xbox, especially after that last showcase that Square Enix had.
With Phil Spencer working out. Phil Spender.
Yeah, they
working
look.
out.
They look like, and I mean, whether you watch that or not, if you look at the numbers for Square Enix, even the numbers look like they need to make some changes. And I'm thinking,
And remember,
I'm sorry, what?
go ahead, Doug.
Oh, they looked like they were defeated, like we got beaten up by the PlayStation community because they didn't buy our games, and now
But
we
we
have
sold
to.
7 million, right? Wasn't it 7 million?
When I
The
seen
Final
Phil
Fantasy
Spencer
VII?
on the
Final
stage, it
Fantasy VII,
reminded me
yes.
of the South Park episode where the guys are like, American has big penis.
I said this.
Big penis.
I said this before, and I'll say it again. I said this.
That's
I always
that's
say
what
this.
it
Why
reminded
do I
me
remember that
of.
episode so vividly?
It
Why?
really reminded me of that because it's just like, oh, we're just trying to win you back. That's what that's like the feeling that I got watching that is just like it reminds me of that Chimpokomon episode of South Park where they're pretty much just trying to like convince like Americans that something's okay, that something's all right, that they got their good, they got compassion or they like America and they need them, right? So I just got that sense when I seen Phil Spencer on there because like they're both all clapping, they're all happy, they're like, yeah, Phil's here, man. Y'all could have been seen Phil for years, but y'all are excited now. Like, okay.
The problem is, let's be honest. Okay, here's the thing about Square Enix.
The rent is due.
People are like classic gamers and stuff are like, yay, Square Enix. Square Enix is your 17-year-old dog. It's a dog. You have a lot of nostalgia and fun built up memories, but it's a 17-year-old dog. And at this point, it's got really bad vision, no bladder control, and can't walk up the steps. And that is Square Enix.
Goes is right. Cozy's right.
Damn.
That is a good
Even
analogy.
BioWare is not
That
BioWare.
cut like a knife.
Most of the studios, let's be honest, guys, most of the studios that we used to love, that have all these nostalgia bites into us since like the 90s and early 2000s, there's
They're not the
nothing there.
same.
It's just the label, but inside, it's just EA at the end. I'm sorry. So that's a very
Yeah.
good point, Cozy. Damn, I'm shocked to be agreeing with Cozy today. I don't know what's happening. Raichi says splitting a single PS1 game in not only 2 games but 2 generations. The example how anti-consumer Sony. Damn. And then he asks seriously, why should a turn-based game be only on next gen to sell more consoles? That's why.
But that's the thing. It's
Oh.
not those games. The remake and rebirth aren't fully turn-based
Mhm.
anyways. So it's not like they've definitely
Regardless, the remake used to run on the
redid it.
PS4.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing. They're just trying.
And
That's
it's not
what-
like they're doing
that's
like
what
a brand
Square's
new
doing.
engine and the whole thing is
It's not
being
even-
No, that's
This
not what's
isn't
happening.
even. But that's the thing. This isn't even. I know that that Raichi is saying that it's a Sony thing, but some of that stuff comes from Sony, but a lot of this like gouging your consumer is coming from Square Enix. Absolutely. They're the ones who are like, oh, we can split Final Fantasy VII into 3 different parts. Let's do it.
Bet.
And have them be on 2 different generations of consoles. Let's do it.
And the third part is coming on the PS6.
Who knows?
Take
It might. It might.
But they need to split that third part into 2 parts.
Yeah,
Oh,
it might.
God.
Who knows?
Might as well.
You know what? We're moving on.
And then the second part of the
Spider-Man,
third part into another 2 parts. They'll just make them infinitely smaller.
Yeah.
and we'll still be playing Final Fantasy VII. The nostalgia will still be hitting in 2032. Okay.
You'll be playing
Spider-Man,
Final Fantasy VII for 10 years at that point.
God. All right, let's move on. Spider-Man 2's new gameplay trailer highlights the many spider suits you can nab. Matt,
Yeah, what's up?
are you more or less excited for Spider-Man 2 after seeing the new spider suits?
I'm about the same. Hasn't changed. It looks great. Looks great.
Are you getting it day one or what's the plan?
We'll see. Still, it's possible. I still might get it day one. But we'll see. I mean, I can't wait to play it, regardless of when I get it. It looks like it's gonna be great. So I don't know about day one. We'll see though. You know what? I'll say yeah, I'll get it day one, but I might not.
Ah, see, man,
No,
this man
just
don't
be
know
honest.
what he's doing.
Ham, go ahead. Are you interested? or-
So I'm not gonna front. I'm
Also,
not
feel
gonna
free
lead
to
you
call out
on.
Matt.
I'm getting it day
feel
one.
free to call out Matt.
I can't wait
Uh-huh.
to play this game. It's gonna be exciting. The only games I'm nervous for right now, and I'm not nervous for like a quality reason or anything like that. I'm just nervous because of Starfield and the way it's been killing my time, is like Cyberpunk, the Cyberpunk DLC,
Oh, yeah.
and Forza being right around the corner. I'm nervous for those 2 games, but
Don't
I
forget.
think the more that I mean, already know. Like, as for the showcase, like, are we talking about the showcase at all, like rating wise or anything like that right now?
Nah, we're done with that. It's fine.
We did the Nintendo one, but we didn't do
We
this
don't-
one, so I'm asking.
Because I don't want you guys to kick PlayStation. They're already down. It's fine.
How do you know? How do you
Shut
know?
up, Loke.
Makes you
Anyways,
think I'll
anyways.
kick PlayStation,
Why are you such a pony, Loke?
right?
I'm not a pony.
You
I'm not a
are.
bully.
You already.
Wow.
Oh, we can't say anything
I'm
about
not a pony,
PlayStation
and
because
I'm not
it'll
a
hurt my
bully.
Loke feelings.
That is not what I
Exactly.
said.
It's
That is
pretty
not
much
what
what
I
you're
said.
saying.
That's basically what you said.
Yeah.
No,
That's basically what I said.
Ham, last year when everyone was crapping on Xbox nonstop, was I not saying, guys, let's chill a bit on this? Was I not saying it was a bit much? Let's leave Xbox alone for a bit.
I don't remember
It's
that.
not. It's not last year though. Look, it's right now.
Oh my
And
goodness.
you're a phone.
I'm trying to show that I'm objective about this. Okay, you know what? Fine.
He's trying to
Fine.
lie to
Have
our
us your
faces.
rating for the PlayStation Showcase.
Exactly.
Oh my god, Mr.
But
Jordan,
anyways,
state of
so
mid,
as
5
for
out of 10.
the PlayStation Showcase itself, like I said earlier, it showed a lot of stuff that I'm excited about that I already knew kind of about. I mean, other like Baby Steps was kind of refreshing. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm down for that, but like other than that, like I'm still left with the same thought I had before their actual showcase that they had back in May and this state of play. I'm just still wondering what they got kind of going on first party, because the way everybody is kind of building up, oh yeah, there's going to be a state of play or another showcase by PlayStation, it made me kind of feel like maybe they did hold something back or something like that. But no, they're just showing me some of the stuff that I've
Welcome in,
already seen,
Sarge.
which, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Spider-Man. Like I said, day one purchase right here. Final
But you wanted
Fantasy,
something new.
I could really care less about. But yeah, this game right here, this game looks hot. And plus they added more to the city to make it bigger. There's more ways to get around. From what it looks like, you can switch between Miles and Peter. I mean, I do like the drip, all the different suits that they got on there. It's pretty nice. I like it. I mean, Insomniac, I don't want to miss one of their games when they come when they come out. Even though Ratchet and Clank wasn't completely my jam, just wasn't completely my jam. It just looked really phenomenal. But I'm right here to tell you still that Insomniac don't miss.
They're
This doesn't look
PlayStation's
like a
let's make
miss.
fun game studio.
Absolutely, they do not miss.
But Mr. Joanna Dark has a
Yes, we can agree on
$2
that.
super chat saying IGN USA will slap Loke 7 hand for PS5 slander or PlayStation slander.
Mhm.
I think you meant hard.
That's
But okay.
facts. Look at him. He's disheveled.
No, IGN
He's nervous.
IGN USA doesn't even know exists.
That's why his shirt
They
is
IGN
blue.
do
USA.
though.
That's what-
That's
Look at him and
who you
look
did
at
the
his blue
Madden
shirt.
game for.
What do you think his blue shirt means?
Yeah. It's all
All right.
subliminal messaging.
All right. Go ahead, Dark. Go ahead.
I am absolutely ecstatic for Spider-Man 2. If there's any studio that I adore at PlayStation, it would be Insomniac. They are the best studio that PlayStation could ever have or buy.
I hate to interrupt you, Dark Artemis, but right now it seems like the only studio damn near.
Yeah, I know. And but they are gonna pull out all the stops for Spider-Man 2. I'm excited for it. I'm so thankful that they are sticking to their guns and not putting any microtransactions into the game. They are allowing you to go out and actually find these costumes, or use the in-game currency to get these costumes. So I think they are definitely one of those studios where I'm like, I think that they go above and beyond for their fans. So I'm absolutely ecstatic for Spider-Man 2. I think if anything, right now it has a possibility of knocking Baldur's Gate 3 out of my game of the year, but right now Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely the game of the year, but it has the potential to do that only because I really loved Spider-Man 2018. I think I've played that game like 5-6 times. Like I played through it, so many times that I absolutely love that game. It's probably my favorite superhero game of all time. So, and then they're saying that Spider-Man 2 might even be even better. That's awesome. And being able to have not only be in Brooklyn but also be in Queens is going to be so. Or no, not Brooklyn, but Manhattan and Queens. That's going to be that's going to be so cool for them to do that. So I'm ecstatic for it. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
All right. I like Spider-Man. I like what I've seen from Spider-Man, and I swear, if it wasn't for Metal Gear, I would be in it day one. Right now, I'd be riding the hype train. Probably would have started it and finally played Miles Morales.
So you don't like games?
But hey,
No,
call it what you like, Cozy.
He just likes watching cutscenes.
Movies. Yeah, it's his favorite part about the games is when the cutscenes come on.
Yeah.
I don't care. I am completely unaffected. I am impervious. Your words about Metal Gear are like bullets.
Listen,
and I'm Superman. All right.
His biggest complaint about Metal Gear was not enough cutscenes.
Superman in the sun.
Listen,
I'm Superman in the sun right now. I'm untouchable. There's nothing you can say.
It's okay that you like to, be all up in, Kojima's grill, but
his
let's be honest, cheeks.
There's others. There's some cheeks and stuff. You getting into them cheeks. But let's be honest, he's not the best. Okay, he's
getting a big old whiff. Getting a big old whiff of that.
Dark. Is that all you wanted to say?
Yeah, that's it.
He's
that's
not
all
the
I want to
best.
say. He's not the best.
All right. Your
might
comment
want to put
is
on
duly
your
noted.
your cowboy hat for this.
John TJ with a $5 super chat says, "Hi everyone.
TJ!
Hi Luke. Are you from
God.
Texas? LOL.
Jesus.
Spider-Man 2 looks like a PS4 game, just better lighting. Everyone, please hit the like."
Oh
no!
Wow. That's a clear indication that the Xbot.
Man is coming in here hot. Looks like a PS4
hating
game.
on anything that has to do with that comes to PlayStation.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree. Mr. Jared Dark with the $2 super chat says Kojima is god tier. Let's stop with this slander. You know what, Mr. Jared Dark?
Kojima is not god tier.
We are cordial with our
Kojima
guests.
is an overrated punk. That's what he is. He's an overrated
game
punk.
that he made that looks fun. That's the only reason I play games is to have fun.
Exactly.
He has never made a game that I was just like, holy shit, this is amazing. Ever.
Called him a fucking punk.
There are better Japanese developers out there than Kojima.
I would probably.
Moving on.
Oh man, this man really
Miyazaki is one of them. Miyazaki from Software is one of them.
Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways DLC is out next week. Capcom confirmed that its critically acclaimed remake Resident Evil 4 is indeed getting paid post-launch content in the form of Separate Ways, which releases on September 21st. Set during the events of Resident Evil 4, players control Ada Wong, who appears a few times in the main story. Who here has beaten Resident Evil 4 and is looking forward to the DLC?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing as Ada Wong. We finally get the chance to do it, so I'm definitely gonna jump in and try to play that DLC if I can. But it might not be until like later on, maybe next year. Who knows? There's just so much right now to even be like, oh, I'm ready for DLC. It's crazy.
I don't think I could be convinced to play. I think I don't know. This was just only marginally higher than the Nintendo showcase.
Damn. I would say this is lower than the Nintendo showcase. I would say
what?
The Nintendo showcase had a few, good looking games. I was like, oh, okay, that might be, kind of fun. But I would give this probably like a 4 out of 10. It wasn't. The only thing I was actually excited for was Spider-Man and Avatar, but I've seen too much of that already.
Okay, no one else is down for Resident Evil 4, even as like a backlog edition. Nothing.
I still need to beat that game. I bought it day one. So
I
beat
can't
it.
see myself ever playing another Resident Evil game.
2023 has taught me not to buy games day one if I'm not going to get into them immediately.
For sure, yeah.
I've had that problem for years, but now it's like super like emphasized just because of the amount of great games that came out. I haven't even finished Armored Core. I
Sergeant
haven't
Sentinel.
finished the campaign for Street Fighter 6. It's like more, and games just keep coming. They just keep smashing into your face. Immortals of Avium, freaking what's that other game, Ham? The one with the powers, and you're on a desert, but you're also sliding around.
Oh, Atlas
Atlas
Fallen.
Fallen.
There's Atlas Fallen.
The other one.
Another game that
Diablo
got
4.
pushed into 2024
campaign.
for me that looked fire was Remnant.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Remnant's
Dude,
awesome, dude. Remnant
I can't
2 is
wait for
awesome,
you guys
but
to get Remnant.
I
And
agree
hope-
with you on that, Ham.
I can't wait for you guys to get Remnant because let me know when you guys get that. I will absolutely play that with you guys.
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome.
Remnant 2 is
Wow,
fun.
Drawn
but you
TJ.
definitely have to. It's one of those where you if something else is out at that moment, it's gonna fall to the wayside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sergeant Sentinel doesn't care about DLC. Gotcha. Drawn TJ with the $10 super chat. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Says I used to be a diehard PlayStation fan, but after PS2 they turned into a ass Dreamcast
To
guy
ass.
is lost in
Interesting.
space in Starfield. Just look outside your spaceship window and look at a moon. Lol, hi cozy.
Ooh.
That was a lot, but worth it.
Shout out to Slow Mo Backslap. It's been a
Sergeant
minute
Sentinel.
since I've seen that, brother. What up?
What
Oh,
up, Slow-Mo?
hey.
Yeah, welcome in.
Slow-mo.
Welcome in.
He's right though.
Sergeant says,
Slow-Mo
"Did you
Slow-Mo
buy it?"
said that
No, I didn't. I didn't buy it. Sorry?
Slow-Mo says Remnant 2 is super underrated, and he's right. It's definitely
It is.
underrated. It's a good game.
The
It's
game
just,
looks beautiful. I just
I think
been
it's more
playing
than just
so much
good.
other
It just
stuff.
came out at the wrong time.
I just think it came out
Yeah.
at the wrong time. I honestly think it just
Yeah.
came out at the wrong time. Like Immortals of Avium came out
Oh, that game
Um,
came out at a very wrong time.
completely
Very wrong
wrong.
time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like what, a
Mortals
week-
of
a
Avium
week
somehow
before-
stepped in shit even worse than Remnant. Like, like they
Yeah, I
just-
know they did. They did. Because I mean, what a week later, Starfield came out, right?
Yeah, literally a week
A
later.
week after. So yeah,
that and
it's
Baldur's Gate came out on PlayStation. Like,
Mhm.
let's
Armored
not forget
Core.
about
Oh,
that
yeah.
either. Like, yo,
Armored Core as well, yes. Came out at the
oh,
same time as
and
Core.
Armor. Like, bro, you can't be dropping
bad
new
time.
IP like that without like the backing of like a
Mhm.
pub of not a publisher, but a backing of like a platform. You can't just
Right.
like both
Yeah.
platforms are looking wild. Like Baldur's Gate got the got the score that's looking crazy. Armored Core is a beloved IP from back in the day.
Mhm.
You just throw Immortals of
That
Avium
hasn't
in the
had a
middle of that
sequel in
mix, and
decades.
they getting tossed up.
What's the other game? My brain only has room for one of them.
That's happened a lot this year.
Atlas-
That's happened a lot to a lot of games. This year.
Whatever. Atlas Shrugs and Immortals
Atlas
Avium.
Fallen.
Atlas Fallen and Immortals of Avium. Like my brain kind of keeps
Those look
rolling
like
them in
very
one
good
game.
games.
They
Yeah,
look fun.
yeah.
They look good. They look fun, but
Samey
it's just
vibes
like
also.
you're coming out at a wrong time.
They should have come
I'll
out,
tell
like,
you right
in-
now,
in
Atlas Fallen's
December.
story, in my opinion, was completely forgettable. Completely
Oh, okay.
forgettable.
I
The
I
gameplay
enjoyed it.
was
I
where
enjoyed
it
the
was
story.
at for me. The gameplay was where it was at, especially once you built
didn't
up
like
your
the
character
gameplay.
proper. The gameplay was really fun, but I mean, yo, bad timing for that game too. Really bad time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of games are doing that this year. It's just there's just too much. There's so much that came out that's just everything's getting.
If 2023 was like years in basketball, 2023 is like the decade Michael Jordan came out, and then like there's Karl Malone and all these other guys. It's like, yeah, you guys are great. You guys are awesome. But then there's Starfield, you know.
Well,
Like, you guys
think
are
about
awesome. You guys are.
Well, think about it this way. This year's been wildly inappropriate. It has been. I mean, you think about January. Oh man, maybe they should have came out in January. Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush.
Yep.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, how about a little bit later? Resident Evil. How about just right after that? Hogwarts. How about right after that? Zelda.
Oh yeah.
Like, where do we go?
I mean, look
Hogwarts
at
Legacy came out this year. That's
Redfall,
crazy.
Redfall
Legacy came out this
and
year.
Jedi Survivor came out around the same time, right? And then what came out after that was
Tears of the Kingdom.
Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and it crushed everything. It crushed both Redfall and Jedi Survivor. Even though Jedi Survivor is a great game, I think Tears of the Kingdom just
Jedi
blew it out of the
Survivor
water.
Destroyed
Dope.
it.
And now it's fixed.
It is.
So it's even more dope.
All right, let me read
Yeah.
some super chats.
Yeah,
let me read
actually
some super
fixed.
chats. Drawn TJ with the $7 super chat, including a typo fix. Like, dude, make as many mistakes as you need and then fix them with more super chats. I'm here. I got you. Says, do PlayStation fans like the 19 inches Sony is serving you only one AAA banger this year and price hole? Damn.
I think he means price hike.
Price hike.
Yeah,
Damn. Ooh,
there goes typo. Hike.
That's rough. You know what? When you put it like that, it's rough to be a PlayStation guy. But you know what? For me, like I used to say before, like all the false accusations that I'm a pony and whatever. Most
You are a
people,
pony.
me included, don't really focus on the exclusives. Most people focus on the platform itself. And as a whole, like platform-wise, like if you look at the whole picture, for me, Xbox takes the cake right now. I know a lot of people talk about the console and whatever. Sure, I'm talking about the full product, including their subscription services, including their first party and whatever. In my opinion, Xbox takes the cake. So when you put it like this, Drawn TJ, you know, it makes it look like it's a big gap. It's not a big gap. It's just a small little gap that Xbox has opened. Just a small one. Anyone else want to say something about Drawn TJ's comment?
I would say that he has a point, right? He has a good point about the price hike. It's terrible. He has, you know, he doesn't really have a point with the 19 inches, but but the thing is that the reason why I play on PlayStation is simply only the fact that sometimes games come to PlayStation first. And that's really the only reason. Because I'm one of those kind of gamers that just doesn't want to wait. I don't want to wait for a game, you know,
That's
unless it's like a super, you know, like Baldur's Gate. I waited for only because I'm a console gamer. That's the only reason why I waited for Baldur's
If it was on Xbox, you'd have gotten it as soon as it came out.
Oh,
on
for
Xbox.
sure. If it came out on an Xbox, like, and didn't come out on PlayStation right away, I would have just gotten it on Xbox. I have no loyalty to any of these plastic.
You gotta do what's best for you. So like that's like always like, yeah, whatever. Just do what's best for you. That's like all gaming should be about, is like just doing what's best for you. I literally have an Xbox because I'm cheap. Strictly because I'm cheap.
I'm cheap too, so I mean that's why I have an Xbox. Because Game Pass. I mean, honestly, people were like upset about the price hike on Game Pass, but I was like, $16.99 is still a great deal for freaking.
I mean, you heard Dark Optimus earlier when Loke mentioned Uden Chronicles. Dark said, "I ain't playing it on Switch." Because he's cheap. He's gonna play it on Xbox Game Pass.
Exactly. It's because I know it's coming to Game Pass.
Hold on. I have 2 super chats to read. I'm so sorry, Mr. Jonathan. I did miss them. $2 super chat, Mr. Joanna Dark says Kojima is god tier. Let's stop this slander. Amen. Then he has a
You already read
another
that,
$5 super chat says all of Kojima's games are better than Spider-Man 2 PS4.
Absolutely
Hey,
not.
Correct.
no. Spider-Man 2 is a game.
Correct.
Exactly.
Spider-Man 2 is a game, so it automatically
gameplay.
is better.
None of anything that
If you wanted to say that
nothing
all of
that
Kojima's movies
Kojima-
were better, then yeah,
Then yeah.
fine.
nothing that Kojima has made is better than anything that PlayStation's put out, or
Dark?
even Xbox.
Dark, I cannot wait. Dark, I cannot wait until you're back on TSWS Gaming on Bullsitting specifically. I can't wait for it. I'm so excited for that day. Moving on. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora gets a new story trailer. Who is down for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora?
Ooh, me. Only
Yo.
because I love the movies.
Game
That's
looks
it.
sick, honestly.
You guys mind if I take this and run with it first, and then you guys can jump
No.
in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
So after watching the Avatar's Frontier of Pandora several times, because we had the thing going on the we have this thing going here on the PlayStation Showcase or whatnot. So I've seen it several times now. And Dark Optimus was talking about it reminded him of Far Cry. The only part that kind of reminds me of Far Cry in that game is the FOV. The FOV really does remind me of Far Cry. I'll give you that. I hope there's
Yeah.
a slider in this game because they are very, very against putting them on their console games. So that would be nice to see because I'm like, man, you are close. You are close up. It'd be nice to
Very
back it up a
close.
little bit. But other than that, I mean, this game is coming around for me because when I first seen it, I was like, man, this looks like vaporware. This doesn't look real. It didn't look smooth. This looks way smoother than it did last time we seen it.
Absolutely.
It looks pretty. So, I mean, I was interested, but thinking that, this looks like, vaporware. But at the same time, now I'm seeing it and it looks gorgeous. I'm just like, yo, I think I'm falling for the hype.
Ham, quick reminder, the last super beautiful game everyone talked about, third person, in the wild, was named Horizon Forbidden West.
They
Just
got me
saying,
with that game.
appearances.
Which was an okay
Appearances.
game, but not a great game.
Anyway,
I
we
wish
have
I
the
could call
$5
it
super
okay.
chat here from Drawn TJ. Says it's funny. I've tried to
Yeah,
get
but hey,
hardcore
look, let
fans
me
of
stop you real
PlayStation
quick.
to convince me.
Because there's something that you didn't bring
Let
up.
me finish super chat. Let me finish super chat.
I'm sorry, John TJ, just 1 second. I have a gun
Alright.
in this game. That changes
Yeah, it really helps to get
everything.
into it.
Continue.
Also,
Uh,
Horizon Forbidden West is not a RPG.
No, it's not, dude.
But
When people call that an
it has
RPG,
skill and leveling.
right? It's got his skill tree. Okay. All right.
It's got RPG elements, but it's not an RPG.
All right, go ahead,
People
Look.
are
I'm sorry.
all right, Drawn TJ with the $5 super shares. It's funny. I've tried to get hardcore fans of PlayStation to convince me why I should buy a paperweight, only one banger every few years, and games as a service games. You capping. You are capping. Every few years? No. Anyone want to respond to Drawn TJ?
I wouldn't say every few years. I would say, every year they at least have one game that, stands out from the rest. But yeah, I think I think one game a year that only stands out is kind of low.
I think
Compared to what they used to do. Like they used to have so many like a ton of first party games that came out in a year. And now they only have like maybe one or two. It's like that's just not enough.
I'm gonna play devil's
you like?
advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for PlayStation for like the first time in a long time.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Whoa.
Let's go. Character development on
Stand up,
TSWS
Loke.
Gaming.
So
Stand up.
So my whole thing is we look in the past and we talk about the past quite a bit on all these different podcasts. Like we always talk about PlayStation 3, slow start. PS4, slow start. Well, this isn't really a slow start for PlayStation this time. Granted, they don't really have a whole lot of new IPs, so maybe that might be having some people look at it a little sideways. But, I mean, yeah, it's Spider-Man, Demon Souls Remastered, Returnal, what was it? Forspoken, whether you love it or hate it, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo. I mean, you could argue that this has been one of Sony's strongest openings for their console. You could argue that, I think, fairly easily. So, I think what's really happening is that gaming's just more competitive than it was the last generation. So it seems like Sony's doing less when really they're kind of doing the same and everyone else is just doing more. So that's kind of where I'm coming from on this whole thing. Like I'm not saying Sony's like been, lovely in on every aspect, especially with this whole price hike when there ain't really anything new to really brag about. You're not really they're offering saying, hey, here's a price hike, but the value is this. You're literally saying, hey, pay more for this game that their studio just shut down. It's weird, right? So I don't agree with everything that they're doing. I don't agree with the Q Lite at all. I think that thing is silly. I don't agree, it's not that I don't agree. I just don't really see what they're planning on doing with the recent acquisition of Audis, other than more expensive headphones. They're really behind on PC and like mobile and stuff like that. The VR it hasn't been a flop, but it hasn't been crazy exciting. So I mean, I think PlayStation's doing fine. I think they're doing better than they usually do at the start of the generation. I just think other things are now more popular, like Xbox. PC has been on a pretty good tear of getting games earlier than they usually do. And Nintendo is striking while the iron's hot. So everyone's doing decent. It's not just Sony kind of leading the way for gaming right now. And that that looks off-putting for Sony, although it's not really anything bad that they're doing. That's my opinion.
Okay, before anyone jumps
other than pricing, I think their pricing is crazy.
Okay.
The chat at this point, this is like a tradition now. The same way we ask new guests how they fell in love with gaming, this is tradition. Now, we always have to drag Aloy or Horizon. Here we go. John Wolf says Horizon Forbidden. Sorry, I fell asleep typing this. Mr. Joanna Dark, Horizon Forbidden West is Mike Quill.
I like that.
Aloy has the personality of one of those dead aliens from Mexico. If Horizon Forbidden West is an RPG, the sleep trait is OP. John Wolf, the little Mexico alien died waiting for Aloy to have a personality. The little alien told Aloy, sorry, no hablo español. And lastly, Mr. Jordan Duck says what they need to do for Horizon 3 is my bed is calling is to reclone Aloy with a human that has personality.
That would be cool.
Thank you.
I 100%.
Thank you to all of you. Oh,
it's beautiful.
Mishi Miyagi with some wise words says Kojima is the GOAT. This guy knows where it's
Oh,
at.
man. On that note,
Wilkes just
let's
making
move
sock
on.
accounts.
Dark.
On that
Dark,
note,
I'm not even
I
taking
have
it.
to
Dark,
take off.
you do have to leave.
Aw.
Goodbye.
I do.
All right.
Wow,
We
not
will
like
see
that.
you when we see you, bro.
It was nice having you
Also-
here.
Also, before you go, Dark, please link your stuff. Tell people where they can find you, and then you have to pick someone in the chat to win the $10 super chat. The $10 voucher. But they have to be someone with the TSWS logo. They have to be a member. Like pick someone who has the little logo next to their name. Whoever like you liked the
Okay.
most, or even didn't like, whatever. Just pick a name
Okay.
to win the $10 voucher for a Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation. But first, plug your stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. You guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Animus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation at the same name. You guys can also find me on the next podcast every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then also on GRG podcast tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And also you guys can find me just freaking playing Baldur's Gate 3 because it's the best RPG ever made, and it's game of a decade, 20 years, the past 20 years. It's the best damn fucking game. God damn it. I saw Ham's
forget
face.
to
He's
breathe.
just like,
Do not forget to breathe.
oh gosh. I'm gonna pick. Let's see, member. Who made me laugh the most? I'm gonna go with John Wolf because he made me laugh quite a bit when he was talking in the chat.
Oh,
John
yeah.
A.
So John,
You know what
John
to do,
Wolf.
John Wolf.
Does he?
But
Been
I
on
already
Maybe you
my
should
ear
tell
for a
him.
minute. DM TSWS Gaming on Twitter. Tell us your region, tell us your platform, and we will get your $10 voucher to you.
And
Dark Artemis.
by the way, it was a pleasure, being on
Yes,
here.
it was.
Absolutely would love to be on here again. So hopefully I didn't say too much that was that was going to get me banned from being on here.
No.
But
We
yeah,
just
it
need to talk
was a
about
fun.
all that Kojima slander. We need to tone
There's
that
none,
all the
there's
way
none to
down.
talk about.
We'll
There's
work
none
it
to
out.
talk
We'll
about.
work it out,
Look.
Loke.
Yes, we
We'll
will.
get together and we'll talk it out.
HR will meet you at the door. You guys will have a nice long
Kojima's a died. Ain't nothing to talk about.
All right, take
bro.
it easy, everyone.
Cheers.
Later.
See ya.
Tater tot.
All right, next at the showcase, we had PlayStation 5's Deep Earth Collection introduces new faceplates and DualSense colors.
Those look the same as the
Whoa.
old
Are those getting price hikes too?
Let me read the rest of it. Sony's adding more options to provide more personal flair to your PS5. At today's State of Play, the company announced the Deep Earth Collection, a new line of accessories that includes 3 new colors. These new colors will be available as console covers and DualSense controllers. The red and blue faceplates and DualSense controllers will arrive on November 3rd, while the silver color for both will be available January 26th. So it doesn't say in the article.
Can we talk about how misleading it is to call those colors Deep Earth?
Yeah, exactly. What does that mean?
I was like
Cozy?
super
Please tell me.
confused because I was like Deep Earth. I was expecting something like earthy tones, and then it was like those. Like what? What does that even mean? What does that mean?
Doesn't mean anything.
Marketing speak?
Yeah, but it's like stupid. It's sort of like why? Why were you calling it Deep Earth? And why no earth tones and using the word earth in something? What do you think when you hear the word earth in terms of color? Do you think
I'm thinking
pink,
like
blue,
Rocky,
and silver? Yeah.
Like ASAP.
I don't know.
No,
agree.
like with ridges and dust.
ASAP forever.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I was like,
Mr. Jordan Duck says they should call that collection the Deep Pocket Collection. Okay. Cozy, I'm with you. I'm with you on the naming thing. It was very confusing when I read that. Ham, thoughts on the what are they calling them? Faceplates
Earth.
in DualSense.
how
The Deep
your
Earth
you?
faceplates.
You what?
Yeah,
means I'll
the faceplates for the
Yeah,
PlayStation 5.
console. Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, there's already there's already plates that you can buy. So what's really new?
All right. So this week, Raichi is the one who's going to get the voucher because John Wolf wants to pass on.
Man, Raichi's getting everything.
The voucher. Everything. Okay, so no one is feeling the faceplates. No one is day oneing these.
Stuff.
Day wanting the faceplates.
Are we going
just
to
saying,
the good
it's
stuff?
I'm gonna stand in line for these
Okay.
faceplates.
Bennett Foddy's next game, Baby Steps, is out next summer. Bennett Foddy, the developer behind Getting Over It, announced that his next game will arrive in the summer of 2024, published by Devolver Digital. Baby Steps, based on its new trailer, looks a lot like walking simulator where players control Nate, who walks this world one step at a time. I'm gonna go first. I laughed my ass off watching the trailer. It felt like a game that just wants to be wants to have fun, and I'm ready for that. After all this stuff, all this greatness we've had this past week, where almost every game was aiming to be a masterpiece and either became that or got very close to being a masterpiece. I like the idea of just a game to just mess around in. And I saw his butt jiggle like a couple of times. I was like, those physics are impressive.
Wow.
That's all I want to say.
Wow.
I saw it.
Wow.
I saw it. You know what? You guys want to act like you didn't see it. It's fine. I'm honest. Go ahead.
Well,
Wow.
you saw it, but you really dove deep into it.
Yeah,
You really
I
dove.
rewinded it because I was
You
like,
got
did I
deep in
see
them
that?
cheeks.
Did I miss
He was
that?
watching it and tromboning.
He sure was. He sure was, wasn't he?
You know what, Cozy? Cozy, I am as diverse as my skin color, so whatever. Anyway, enough about me. You guys go
I don't
ahead.
know what that has to do when you talk about a man's butt cheeks.
Welcome in, John 907. Cozy is insinuating other things, and I'm not going to deny. All right, because I don't think that's fine. I think it's fine to go wherever you want to go. Anyway,
Hey.
what do you guys think about Bennett's game?
It's not a reference to you to being gay. It's a reference you to jerking off to an animated character. Just for clarification.
I love the fact that most of us on the channel are like chill, and then Cozy just goes all the way to like 1,000. Never mind 100, just fucking 1,000. I love it, Cozy.
She sure
Never
does.
change, please.
Okay, Ray Chi says pass it and double it to the next person. So next week somebody's looking for a $20 voucher.
God damn.
So let's do that. Then. I mean, I think Ray Chi's like, man, I've been in y'all's pockets for a minute. So I think he's looking to give it to somebody else.
Let's stack it up. Mr. Joanna Dark says Loke was like, "This is my Meg the Stallion." No. And also, if we're being honest, guys, I'm sorry. Can we be honest for 5 seconds?
Let's be honest, Loke.
Meg the Stallion is not cheeked up. I'm sorry. She's just not. She has the attitude and whatever. She's entertaining, but she's not cheeked up. Can we just be honest about that?
Loke's looking at Meg the Stallion like this with the magnifying glass, like.
He's looking for the cheeks.
You know what?
Just looks like it's not good enough, Meg. It's not good enough.
The word you're looking for, you know what? I'm not gonna give this more fuel.
Do it.
What did you think about this game? No, I'm not doing it. Nope.
Fuel's fun.
Nope. I already saw enough people ripping me because I was getting thirsty for that chick from Heroes. What's her name?
Hayden?
The main. Yes.
Man, let anybody disrespect you all they want. That girl is fine. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not
still
sorry.
Banging.
Not sorry at all.
Still banging.
That girl is
still
fine. I don't care.
Okay, let me turn on the AC. Anyway, Ham.
Vibranium going nuts.
He turned off his PS5.
Baby steps. Oh god, have baby steps.
Well, that's the
Baby
heater.
steps. What are your thoughts on baby steps, Sam? Stop it. Stop it.
Oh no, I think the game looks hilarious. Like, it looks really weird at the same time too. Like, it looks like a game that'd be really fun, but at the same time kind of frustrating. And
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be times where I turn on that game and I'm just like, dude, this is going way too slow right now. I need to get moving. So it looks
Yeah.
like one of those games that I'll like dabble with and then just kind of put down for the next lull in gaming for myself and then play again. It's definitely a lull type of game, not something that I'm just
I want to add something
dying to
else.
play.
Sorry, I want to add something else that I forgot. This is the type of game, because my wife's not a gamer. These are the type of games that I'm like, oh, I'm definitely getting her to try this. Okay. This game specifically, yes. I think I could have a lot of fun, like me super drunk, trying to explain it to her, and her also
Just
super
being
trying, but she's terrible at games. The whole Hogwarts thing worked because it's kind of simpler. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to installing this thing day one.
He's
I don't
telling
care
her,
if it's
look at
60
those
bucks.
butt cheeks. Look at those butt cheeks.
You know what? She's not gonna pretend like she didn't see the jiggle the way you guys are pretending and trying to gaslight me.
I never
I don't
said I
care.
didn't see it.
I really
Hold on
didn't,
now.
Loke. I don't know what you're talking about, big dog. This is crazy.
You know what, Ham? I can show you the minute that
No,
it jiggles
nope.
the
You ain't
most,
got to
because
show
it
me what
jiggles the
you
whole
prefer to
time.
look at.
He
I'm
remembers
good.
the exact second. He remembers the exact second. Those cheeks changed his
Whatever.
life.
You looking at a grown ass baby butt cheeks. I'm good.
No, that's a grown man. It's not a baby. It's a grown dude.
Wow, he
The
wants
game
to
is called
clarify
Baby
just
Steps.
to make sure. Just to make sure, I'm not into baby butt cheeks. It's a grown man.
It's not. Oh my god, guys! The game is called Baby Steps, but the character is a grown ass man.
He's like, I don't like baby cheeks. I like man cheeks.
Yeah.
That's not what I said. That is.
Well, either way, it's weird.
It's what you insinuated.
You know what? You know what? I thought. Okay. The next one is Roblox for PS4 gets a October 10 release date. Who here is also shocked that Roblox wasn't on PlayStation before this? Because I just assumed it was everywhere.
I already knew that because I once recommended that to someone for their kid, and they were like, "Hey, it's not on PlayStation," and it was like a few years ago. I was like, "What?" So that's the only reason I knew.
As hard
Yeah, I
as
didn't
they
Uh,
as hard as they go for like microtransactions on like Call of Duty, it is very surprising to not see something like that on
don't be like that.
the
Ham.
place. No, I'm not. I'm
Don't
not
be
being
like
any
that.
type of way. I'm just saying like that game is super annoying when it comes to microtransactions. I only know it because my daughter loves Roblox, and she still asks me to play it every once in a while, but I literally won't let her download it. Partially because
'Cause you
there's
know what
creepy
the-
people that play that game, but
Oh, yeah.
also because of just the amount of times she's called me into the room to get her away from the microtransaction page because they really throw it in your face.
Yeah, it's a very predatory game, and it's like, and sadly, it's also like a crack for kids.
Yeah. Oh well, rip PS4. Protect your kids, buy a PS5. Next, we have Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord is out next month for PSVR. Guys, PSVR for me, I know people are buying it and whatever. I think this thing is dead. I have zero interest in this. If PlayStation sent me the whole set and like 10 of the best games they have, I probably wouldn't. Like, besides the horizon climbing, the mountain climbing one, that was the only one that interested me. The rest, it just seems like this needs like 1 or 2 generations of fine tuning, and not with the developers, but with the accuracy of the peripherals. It's not good enough. I'm sorry. From what I've seen, right, from other people and listened from reviewers that I trust, it's not worth it. But anyway, what do you guys think about Ghostbusters Rise or the Ghost Lord? Does this make you more interested in PlayStation VR too?
No, for me,
No,
no,
not
it
really.
doesn't. The one thing that made me a little bit more interested in the PlayStation VR 2 is that Resident Evil.
Resident Evil does look pretty damn
That
impressive.
looked
I'm not
pretty
gonna lie.
legit. Like that part where the dude was like having like a knife fight. I was like, damn, that looks cool. But Ghostbusters, nah.
And don't forget, Ham, a lot of these demos, they're not always representation. They don't always give a one-to-one representation of what happens when you don the mask. That's all I'm saying. Cozy, sorry for cutting you off.
No, the Ghostbusters game, as much as I like it, I still wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think there's a lot you could do to get me in VR at this point. It's got a too high price entry for too many games that I feel very meh about.
I agree with that, and I mean, I'd like to have a PlayStation VR 2. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd like to have one. I would, but like,
I'm good.
I ended up getting my Steam Deck over the PSVR 2, and looking back, I remember at one point I was like, man, I should have just got the PlayStation VR 2. But now, after having the Steam Deck for a while, I'm happy that I didn't get the PlayStation VR 2 instead of the Steam Deck, because the versatility of the Steam Deck is just
the
better.
value. It's just
nice.
More.
It is.
Nice.
I mean, for my PlayStation, like, I'd have to, like, I don't know. When I get something new and I can show my friends, like back in my hometown and stuff like that, this stuff, I mean, I'm using an entire suitcase pretty much just for the PlayStation. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. So I'd rather just get the Steam Deck because it's easier to carry around, easier to show off to people, can play, and plus I have Windows installed on it, so I'm playing all sorts of games from Xbox or Steam. So that's really nice. I'd really like there to be a launcher on PlayStation other than the cloud, but it just kind of is what it is. But I would still like to have a PlayStation VR 2. I don't need one, and I'm really curious as to what Mr. Joanna Dark said in the chat just a little bit ago, because he said that, and I'm wondering if it's true that he said PSVR is so dead I couldn't sell it with a Steam Deck. No one
I can
wants
confirm
it.
this.
I'm interested if he's actually has one and he tried to sell it and couldn't.
Yes, I can confirm this because he tried to sell it to me as well, and I'm one of the people that also said, like, yeah, like the Steam Deck, definitely, you know, but yeah, I'm good on the PSVR, and I'm sure a lot of other people told him the same thing, like, yeah, we can talk about the Steam Deck, but fuck the VR, sorry. Even if you just want to add a 50 on top, unless you're willing to give me the VR just to give me, it's cool. I'm not going to actively invest in the PSVR. Just no. You know what the PSVR feels like, guys? It feels like the DC movies after James Gunn made that announcement that the Flash and Aquaman really don't matter. Moving forward, we're going to pretend like these didn't matter. It's like, okay, so why am I investing in this? You know? The PSVR feels like they're doing beta tests. It doesn't feel like a finished product. It feels like we're going to get the finished product 6 years from now, 10 years from now. So why am I going to do beta? Why am I going to do beta if I'm not going to get the real thing? That's the issue.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's all. Matt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I share the same sentiment as everybody else. The only VR game that I'm like super interested in is Half-Life Alyx. And,
Oh
like
yeah.
if that comes to PSVR 2, then that becomes a lot more interesting to me.
But
But
even then, guys, are you
that's what I'm saying.
buying an entire platform
That's the
for
thing.
one game?
That's my thing. It's like that's the only game. I haven't seen another
Yeah.
VR game like Resident Evil 4 is like that looks cool, but I know what I'll do when I get it. Gran Turismo looks cool, but I know what I'll do when I get it. I put it on, I play it, I'm like, wow, that was awesome, and then I probably never touch it again.
Yeah, but
So that's why
for
I'm
me,
not super hyped for it.
I guess if like the Metal Gear Solid remaster, right, the one that's coming out now, if it was exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, I would definitely buy a Nintendo. I would figure out a way to buy a Nintendo Switch just because of
You see the last
Metal
chat?
Gear.
I love it.
What's this?
Uh,
Welcome in, yo, Danny Kazan. Dude, I want to take your compliment so well, so much, but then you add the last part, bro. If I agree with this, then everyone starts trolling me about Texas.
Don't
again.
don't be ashamed that you're from Texas. Like,
Deep
this
in the
is-
heart of Texas.
You should be-
Texas.
you should be
Anyway,
proud.
finishing my point, like I would get a Switch just for Metal Gear, right? But if it was the other way around, would someone else, right, get a Nintendo Switch just for Metal Gear if they just kind of like Metal Gear? They're not like a super fan. They kind of like Metal Gear, and there's nothing else on the Switch that interests them. So Matt, with you, it's
Yeah.
like there's nothing on PSVR that interests me. But if they put Half-Life Alyx, then I might start looking at it. You might look at it, bro. But
Yeah, but I'm
will
not gonna
you
get it.
take your hard-earned money and
No.
buy it for Half-Life Alyx?
No, I'll buy a
No one's going to do that.
I'll buy a cheaper headset for a PC. I'll buy like a Meta Quest or something and play it. Like that's my point. That's why I'm like not really super
Yeah.
interested in PSVR. And if I was interested in VR, then it would probably be something cheaper.
All right. Next, we have Helldivers 2's new trailer gives us another look at gameplay plus a release game. Release date and a release date. We already knew that Arrowhead was working on a sequel to its 2015 top shooter game. And after the initial announcement in May, the developer announced today that Helldivers 2 will arrive on PS5 and PC February 28th, 2024. Ham, is this the COD killer that
First.
PlayStation needs?
What are you talking about, COD killer? This isn't even in the same area as COD. This is closer to like a
Outriders.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that. It feels more like Outriders. It is closer to Outriders than it is Call of Duty in any sort, but it reminds me more of like Earth Defense Force. If you ever played that game.
Oh.
Like EDF.
Okay. Yes, I have.
It totally reminds me of like an EDF meets
Definitely not COD.
What was that game on Xbox that nobody ended up playing really? Second Extinction. It reminds me of EDF meets
Oh,
Second
God.
Extinction.
But Second Extinction looks so good. Anyway,
let
go
me
ahead, Chloe.
talk
Yeah.
about things because y'all don't understand how glorious Helldivers is. Remember, I
didn't
kept
say it
saying
was bad.
Helldivers 2. I was talking about
I love
Helldivers 2
EDF.
before they even announced Helldivers 2. And I'm
Mhm.
super excited for Helldivers 2 because it's going to be the best.
That's a pretty good reason to be excited for it.
That was a very short rant, because I thought you had like 2, at least 3 minutes in it.
because
Come on.
you keep being like Helldivers 2 is like Helldivers 2, okay? It's
So
going to be
keep
like
going,
Helldivers
Cody.
2.
Stop.
There's nothing wrong with comparing. I thought my comparison was pretty damn on point. Like Second Extinction, you drop in from the ship, very similar to that. You're fighting a lot of dinos and stuff like that are constantly attacking you. It's co-op, and then on top of it,
What? Did we just sell the PSVR? Sorry, Ham.
And then
We're now an auction house. TSWS is now an auction house. All right, carry on.
Wow, that's interesting. But But Earth Defense Force, it really reminds me a lot of EDF, except it's multiplayer, which is I don't know how many of the EDFs ended up being multiplayer, but the ones that I got into were couch co-op, and I really liked the game a lot. I like the banter in the game, and I'm hoping this game is something like that too, where it's kind of like, although it's a serious, it seems kind of serious. I hope they kind of add a little bit of humor to it. It'd be pretty fun.
I think like
what?
I was gonna say, at least with the first one, there isn't really a humorous game, but I wouldn't say it's like serious, grim, like whatever. It's just like, not very jokey. But where it shine is it's just a very fun, especially co-op experience. You just like and the thing is, it's not an easy game. It's a challenging game.
It doesn't look easy.
Like, and I think the first one still holds up. So. And then if you have a PC, it frequently goes on sale for like $10. And it's worth a try.
Now, Mr. Joanna Dark, I am oh my goodness. Yo, Donnie says TSWS, they sell, we sell.
Oh my god.
That's perfect. I love it. Oh,
all right. We need our commissions, guys. From that $300, 10% is for TSWS. That's $30. That's three vouchers that we can give away. So
you tripping?
Y'all know what to do. All right. Anyway, next, my most anticipated game. Right after Starfield. Everyone knows this. I live and breathe for this game. Foam Stars is getting an open beta. Following its colorful reveal in May, Square Enix announced that its Splatoon-esque shooter Foam Stars is getting an open beta. The beta is available on PS5 and will commence on September the 29th. When is this? Okay, that's a Friday. All right. We'll conclude on October 1st on Sunday. Who here is excited for Foam Stars?
Oak, shut up.
Foam Stars is going to be the greatest game since sliced bread. Let's be honest.
Asking me if I'm excited about Foam Stars. I can't believe they showed that again. I don't know why they're just not silent on this game.
It's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let's be honest.
I'm sure somebody will like that game. Dude, that game looked worse than the first time they showed it.
I'm going to put in 1,000 hours into Foam Stars. That's what I'm going to do.
That seems healthy.
I mean, it's a Splatoon kind of clone-ish game a little bit. So I think it'll start off kind of hot, slow, but die quick.
What?
Yeah, I do. Because there's a lot of Square Enix fans. There's a lot of Square Enix cappers out there. So I think that a lot of people will hop on here just because it says Square Enix, but then they'll quickly hop off. That's my personal thought on it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to cap anymore. I'm sorry. I was just joking. I won't install this thing. I would be ashamed if I installed it. If anyone wants me to install it, I need you to transfer me 100 USD. All right. And then I will install the game. Show you proof that I installed Foam Stars, and then I'll immediately uninstall. Because the deal was to install the game, not to play it. Matt, Cozy, you guys excited for Foam Stars?
It doesn't look bad, but it looks more like, but why?
Because Square Enix.
Sorry, Cozy?
It doesn't look exciting because it looks more like, but why? But like I said, like...
She said it looks like butt.
It doesn't look terrible.
Oh, come on.
It doesn't look
like
insanely great to me. It just looks like like I'm not into Splatoon, and if I'm not into Splatoon, I'm definitely not going to be into its clone.
What the fuck? Wait, I got blocked by Grumps? Are you serious?
What'd you do?
Who cares about that? Never mind. Never mind.
Ugh,
What'd you
this
do?
guy.
Why are you
I
insulting
didn't
people?
do anything.
No, you're
I
doing something
didn't do it.
wrong.
Oh my god.
You
I
obviously
think it
did
was one of those
something
block
right if you
bots.
got blocked by that
No,
dude.
he blocked Alex. He blocked Alex. So I think he has one of those block bots where it's like block this person and block anyone that they follow or also follows them, etc.
It might have been because of
Anyways,
me,
let's
but
move on.
who knows?
Probably. Let's move on to the next one. Tales of Arise is getting an expansion in November. Oh, this is the last one. PlayStation Showcase.
Whoa.
This is the last one. Tales of Arise is getting an expansion in November, 2 years after release. Bandai Namco Studios made a jaw-dropping surprise today, announcing that its over 2-year-old RPG Tales of Arise is getting an expansion subtitled Beyond the Dawn. The expansion arrives on November 9th. Before we get into this, Ham, why is it Scarlet Nexus didn't get this much support? I don't understand.
They got a whole ass
It would
TV
have been
show. What's
so
wrong with
nice.
Scarlet Nexus?
No, this expansion is like DLC, dude.
But look, you like
Like the whole
movies. You don't like
campaign.
games, and they made you a TV show.
Buzz. Ah! You know, I'm trying to have a genuine conversation with Buzz off, man. Buzz right off.
Looks infuriated.
Anyways,
That reaction was great.
does anyone have anything to say about Tales of Arise getting an expansion?
I think it's very neat.
I'd be down to play it.
There you go.
I don't like. I'm not. I'm very picky about Tales games, so not really.
I'd be down to play it, but it's one of those at some point kind of games. It's not a gotta run out and buy. It's a, oh man, what did I miss? Kind of like I do with all of these like old consoles that I have and stuff like that. Like a lot of them, I end up buying games thinking like, what did I miss? My PS3, I got a ton of games that I missed because I didn't have a PS3 when I was younger. So like, I think it's going to be in that category for me. Now, Loke, to your point, if they said anything about like DLC or a new or Scarlet Nexus 2, day one.
All right. All right. And with that, we have reached the end of another showcase-laden TSWS show. Every time we do one of these showcases, it always goes on way beyond what we originally planned.
We actually handled that pretty quickly, succinctly. Is it because both showcases were mid?
That
The
could be a
Nintendo
reason.
show was mid. The PlayStation show was worse. I don't know what you even call that, but it was.
No,
pretty bad.
Spider-Man, obviously that was a good game, and Insomniac carries.
Yeah,
but I
but-
also looking forward to Helldivers. The rest of it, I think. And can we talk about? I'm beginning
What?
to think Little Devil Inside is a vaporware. I don't believe
Little
anymore.
Devil Inside. Is that a game?
It was yeah. It was one of those like games I was like the most hyped for on PS5, but I think it's not even coming
Ooh.
out.
Okay, it looks nice.
I don't even think it's coming out. I don't think it's. It was like when the PS5 was first, like, well, it was like one of those original batches of games, like way back when.
Nah, but Neo Stream Interactive is a real like developer. These guys know what they're
Yeah,
talking about.
but they might not be. But it doesn't mean the game is ever going to come to fruition. I'm giving up.
Man, damn it,
I don't think
Cozy.
you
I
should.
was doing just fine, and then you reminded me.
Yes,
That,
I know.
No, it has nothing to do with the
Oh.
game you're talking about. You just reminded me of Immortals of Phoenix Rising isn't doing anything.
Yep, no sequel. Even though the
That's
sequel
sad.
sounded amazing.
I mean, yeah, that's another.
Yeah.
It's like, instead we're getting not a good game.
And then when I think of Immortals Phoenix Rising not making a game, then that drives me even further in depression thinking about Anthem. Well, can we finish this show? I'm starting to get sad.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Anthem.
Thank you to everyone for coming through. Thank you, John 90907. I says popping show. Rachie, thank you so much. Mr. Joanna Dark, superstar, dude. Thank you so much.
All around for everyone.
You guys are awesome. John Wolf, Stanley Francois, Dusty, everybody, just everyone in the chat. K Mega that was in here earlier. Void Lock, everyone.
I love
Mish
that Star Trek
Miyagi.
swag.
Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, the swag is nice. Y'all have a good weekend. We will see you. Sorry. Before we go, Matt, plug your stuff. Go.
Plug my. I mean, you find me on Twitter at Matt Likes Games, and then on YouTube, Matt Likes Games. Videos Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. And then on Wednesdays, I do the 2-player podcast with Ham Solo at 11 a.m. Eastern. So check that out. That's where you can find me.
All right, Cozy.
Where
can
plug
they find
her stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Oh, yeah. You can find Cozy Beluga on
Pause.
Twitter. It's literally that.
Jesus.
At COSYBELUGA. She has a comic book coming out January 2024. Y'all make sure to support her financially. Don't be giving her the support that we give our fake friends on Twitter. Not likes, people. Get your wallets out. All right, $100 a pop. Cozy needs to be balling.
2 comic books. 2 comic books back to back.
2 comic books. I'm going to be one of the villains, not the main one, obviously. Ham Solo is one of the first characters to get killed off, and Matt is Cozy's secret crush in the comic book.
What the
it's
fuck
amazing,
are we talking
guys.
about?
I'm telling you guys. Get your money right. All right. January.
So Locust confusing
I'm happy to die.
With his fan
As
fiction.
with
his faction.
As for
Oh my
TSWS
God.
Gaming, we will be back on Monday with the crossover, or we will be on K Mega's podcast also for the crossover on Monday. Tuesdays is the lowdown. Wednesday, you got Ham on Matt's channel. Thursday, it's Behind Them Sticks. Friday, right back here.
I tell you what,
Thank you
this
so much for coming through.
This Thursday with Behind Them Sticks is going to be a kind of a wild episode. It's going to be something different that I haven't done before. I'm actually going to have a doctor on that does like
licensed.
She does like mental health stuff for like video games and stuff like that. She's
Nice.
like pretty much like I don't know. You guys will just have to
Mental
come through
health
and check it
advisor?
out. It's gonna be nuts. We're gonna be talking about like history of like violent games and stuff like that. So if you want to learn stuff, because she like her mantra at the end of every video is cite your sources, because she's a psychiatrist. So so it'll be really interesting. You guys should definitely come through, check that out. It'll be nuts. And no, Yodani, it's not PS Vortex.
Oh my God! Did he ask that for real? Oh Lord!
Oh, shit.
Okay. On that note,
doctor, the #1 PlayStation doctor.
on that note,
5 stars.
This guy's
Foam
my friend.
stars.
Y'all need to lay off PS. You need to lay off PS Vortex. He made one mistake. Let's move on. On that note,
One
ladies
mistake.
and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through.
Hey, Noopsie.
Okay. The last point is for the Unity, the owners of Unity. What the hell are you doing? Seriously. If you want to leave, if you want to cash out, there are easier ways that don't destroy people's livelihoods. All right? Either the devs that are using your app or the people that work for Unity. Cash out and bounce. There's no need to throw a bomb into the room. That's not necessary. Be adults. All right? Thank you for listening.